mind. Awesome. So, folks, we are here. Come, get up. That's it.
My name is Emilia Alva. I'm the Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture in Ghana.
Welcome. First of all, Liberia. What do you make of this conference tomorrow?
I think Liberia is just doing what it needed to do a long time ago. The water resources here belong to Liberia. There's a lot of resources in there. There's a lot of potential for economic development for the good of the people. And Liberia is just doing what Liberia has to do as a country. And they've asked us, Ghana, and I believe other countries to come and support it. So we have come in the spirit of partnership to share experiences, to tell Liberia what we have been doing so far and how we can collectively manage the waters of our continent to the best of our people.
I know. I almost asked about you sharing experiences of Liberia, but how important is the untapped marine resources of the West African coast?
It's too important. In my country, in Ghana, we have a marine coastline of 550 kilometers. When you put all that together of all of West Africa, I mean, we have the Atlantic Ocean. The most part of it is here in West Africa. And in that space is all the benefits of the blue economy. It's about maritime resources, it's about water transport, it's about mining in the water, it's about tourism, it's about fisheries, it's about aquaculture, it's about everything that a country needs to bring about development. And here we are in West Africa. If you take Ghana alone, we are a population of just 30 million. If you take Nigeria, is a huge population. If you take all of West Africa, you're talking about 400 million people. If you take the whole of Africa, you're talking about 1.4 billion people. So why don't we come together to put our water resources to a good use in partnership in the space of blue economy, so we can really bring our people to the levels that they deserve to be. That's why we are here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And welcome to Liberia. Thank you.
Yeah, come closer to talking because we're entering. Okay. Yeah, I just happened. Okay.
All right, so we are still live right here. We are still waiting for more dignitaries to come. Tomorrow is going to be an amazing time in Liberia. This is a boost, for our blue economy. This is a serious boost for our blue economy. And this conference is to tackle investment opportunities in the fisheries sector, job creation and youth involvement, climate change and sustainability, as well as technology and fishing, trade and exports, and community livelihoods. And this is going to be a great time to expose our blue marketplace to other countries, other people that are here to watch this unfold. So stay with us. We are still here live at the VIP lounge of the Rabat International Airport.
Go from there.
And we are still waiting for the Salon Minister. We are waiting for the Minister of Fisheries from Nigeria. And we are waiting for a whole lot of people, a whole lot of important dignitaries here that are going to be gracing this occasion on tomorrow and Tuesday. Once again, if you're just this is Spoon TV Live. Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is Spoon TV Live, and we are live at the Rapids International Airport VIP's lounge, where we are receiving high-level delegations and dignitaries for the National Fisheries Investment Conference, a very first of its kind in the Republic of Liberia. So we are here receiving delegates, and we are receiving more dignitaries to Liberia. And we will be speaking to our dignitaries very, very soon. Stay tuned. private jet has just landed. Private jet has just landed. So over there is the private jet that is bringing more of our dignitaries from Sierra Leone, from Nigeria. We are about to receive them. The private jet containing more of our dignitaries. Most importantly, the Minister of Fisheries from Nigeria has arrived, so we are awaiting their arrival. Okay, folks, so we are still live right here. Reposition our fishery sector, to reposition our blue economy. So we are right here. We are awaiting more of the delegations right here on the Roberts International Airport. And as we know, we have a very vast and huge coastline of 570 kilometers, and we have massive fish resources, but they are underutilized. Why? Tomorrow we will be finding out more. We will have a host of panelists. The program is also going to be graced by His Excellency Dr. Joseph Yuma Boakai. We are going to also have Her Excellency Madam Sarah Besolo Yanti. They're all going to be gracing this occasion with many other high level delegates. They are going to be here. We have, a lot of money in our ocean, but why is Liberia not benefiting from it? Why is Liberia not benefiting from the monies that are in our ocean? Well, tomorrow we are going to be having these conversations. We have hosts of panelists that are going to be gracing this occasion, and all these things are going to be discussed. How we can expand our blue economy, how can jobs be created, how can fishmongers, benefit from our blue economy. So we are still here, we are still live at the VIP lounge of the Roberts International Airport for the highly anticipated National Fisheries Investment Conference. Stay tuned, stay tuned. We are still here. tomorrow is a historic day in Liberia. Tomorrow is a historic day in Liberia. This is a first of its kind, a very, very first of its kind. And NAFA is doing this under the leadership of Director General J. Sarah Sigbesinian, very first of its kind, bringing together fisheries bosses from all around the world, from all around Africa, to come discuss about how we can reposition Liberia's blue economy. This is the very first of its kind. So we are still here. We are still here awaiting delegates. We are still here awaiting dignitaries. And tomorrow we are going to have fishmongers here. We are going to have fishermen. We're going to have all of the people that are contributing to Liberia's blue economy. They are going to be here live at this conference. So we are still waiting. We are still waiting. And the theme of this conference is Unlocking the Blue Horizon, the Future of Fisheries and the Blue Economy. So let's move on.
Hey, Mars.
What's up, Amy?
Very much. So just about to come on when you show up.
Yeah, because you know what, when you want to come on the screen, so let me see.
Conference is Unlocking the Blue Horizon.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Hello. Wherever you're watching us from. And this is how I would like to welcome you to another edition of our Chit Chat, our little humble check chat room. Welcome. Please share the show. Please share the show. Continue to share and come on. And let's have a little talk. Right, Mars? What's going on?
Been a while, been a little busy.
I know.
But I mean, it's the normal routine though. This country, Biose is our second name anyway. It's our middle name. Tiredness and Biose is always, you know,
Yeah.
it's like a walking stick for us, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But how is everything on your end?
Same old. Busy schedule as well. And, you know, kids, work, and everything. Trying to pull all together. And, you know.
If you got 2 jobs and you got kids, you got 3 jobs.
Yeah.
If you got 1 job plus kids, you got 2 jobs. So yeah. Or let's say one job in part time. But sometimes the kids can sometimes even taking care of the kids can be a full-time job.
It is a full-time job.
Yeah.
One of fools would not know that. They'll say it's nothing.
Well, the play won't go down.
Well, no, there's a lot of people who believe that taking care of kids is nothing.
Men, right? Because women know men, right?
Men. Well, some women.
Yeah, that's what I say. The play won't go down. I leave there.
They believe that, but like the Bible says, when there's fool will say there is no God. That's the thing with the fools. But then when you give it to them to do it, they can't do it, right? But anyways, hi everyone. Mawule and Nira, how you guys doing? Milton, G. Milton. Welcome you guys. Share the show. Share and come back. Let's chit chat. So what's been going on in the country, Mars?
Trust me.
My only anticipation is the impeachment of Yega Koba. That's what I'm anticipating right now in Liberia. I don't know. I
Yeah, so
haven't-
much, so much is. I mean, there's always the news in the country. You know, I think the news from the border is kind of quiet. I don't know what I mean, but the news is kind of quiet. Uh, there's a new appointment for election chairman. Yeah,
too.
and the
Okay,
uh
you will because of the
the prospective former lawmaker. Anyway, let me stop it before Yeke come after me. But anyway, the news about Yeke is also too. I get time for him. The news about Yeke is also in the news, and he's still ranting all over the place, talking about how, according to his sources. I was listening to. I think somebody sent me one short clip today that he had a press conference. He had a press conference according to his sources.
Why having a
Waka,
Sunday? I thought the press conference is always on Sundays.
the man had I think he had a press. I don't even know, but I just saw that clip. Maybe that Sunday or that today. I don't even know.
Today.
Yeah, okay. And now the man a regular panelist on the other show now on Spoon.
He's scared, that's why. He didn't get muff.
You know, but yeah, what's up?
Yeah, so since we talking about Yeke, the people honorable and going honorable Yeke. Since we're talking about him, he's been I thought he was a tough, brave guy who he tried to lie about him not saying what he said, right? When people try to say like, oh, I didn't, he got caught right with his pants down. Now he's talking about, I stand by my statement. I stand by my statement, like, you know, trying to be tough, but he knows something is up, something cooking for him. And you know, as you get what the survey he did, the study he did, his history, say he doesn't know his history. The survey he went and did to that border that made him to think that Liberia, piece of Liberia for Guinea. And he produced everything. Every day he got sources. Nobody can see the sources. Challenging, he doing this, he doing that. It's ridiculous. He needs to. And you know, Murs, there's something else about this thing that people are making fool out of themselves, and they think they're trying to prove a point that nobody's understanding. Playing old clips of people calling Yeke, you know, George Weah, nightmare, you know, oh, Yeke insulting Weah and yada 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 and blah blah blah. And I'm sitting there like, okay, so what is your point, right? What is your point? No one is saying here that Yeke should be impeached because he insulting President Boakai, right? That is not what insults have Yeke done to President Weah that he hasn't done to President Boakai and his wife. Tell me one. Because they're not paying attention to it, he's trying to poke. You know, Marissa, he's trying to poke a bear, looking for attention, right? And then and that's one thing I enjoy the United Party people about. He's trying to poke, he's trying to insult this woman who can be his mother, I don't even know, I'm gonna say grandmother. He done all of that. Her children there, some of them they are the same age of him or probably older than him. Nobody paying him no mind. You know, so if you ask me, I would say he's done worse to President Boakai and his wife than he's ever done to Weah, right? And they both passing it around trying to make it look like it's a Weah and Boakai thing. Who the hell is Weah when we talking about Liberia, right? Who gives a damn? We talking about our country. What he did has the propensity of starting a war, of somebody taking wrongfully coming and doing something. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the state. They come and compare what he used to do to President Weah and people used to be this and people. The same people that he used to be. What celebrating him? Guess what? He's insulting them too. So what's your point? What are you trying to do? I don't understand the point they're trying to make, Morris. I'm still trying to understand what that point they're trying to make is with the whole Yeke situation. Yeke have insulted President Boakai up and down. Before President Boakai even saw in, he started his nonsense, right? So who's chasing it's not like those people that were healing him, and then now they're saying, "Oh, don't insult President Bogart. They should impeach him for doing that." Oh, then you can bring up the George Weah argument. But we're talking about instead. When did Jackie ever do something like that? What he did in George Weah time, and everybody and people gave him praise, or people thinking that now he's doing it, and then you say, "Wow, are we talking about it?" It doesn't make any sense, Morris. But everything should be the anyway. We supposed to get used to it now. Politics whenever. But go ahead.
But the thing here is that, right? I don't think there's any justification for just waking up in the morning to call somebody, right? Especially where the person have. The thing is that it's not even a justification because Yeke calls President Weah, so that means Yeke should call Boaka. I see a lot of posts, people making, like justifying on social media because Yeke calls President Weah. Look, if Yeke calls President Weah yesterday and President Weah and his team didn't do anything about it, it's up to them. But let's say, even though President Boaka decided to ignore Yeke, but let's say President Boaka and his team decided to take action against Yeke. What is the argument there? If somebody, if Yeke calls Weah and we ain't do nothing about it, or Yeke do a whole lot of things in the country, nobody do anything about it, so what? Look, the reason why this thing is happening because we have a country where we accept so many nonsense in the country.
Mm-hmm.
They got people that even believe, and people that you least expect. They got people that believe that in Liberia you can just do anything you want to do. And they got people that making that argument. They even got people that say freedom of speech means just say anything you want to say. Just wake up tomorrow and call Amy from George from in the morning to in the night. That's your freedom. You know, they got people that believe. They got people that believe.
Mm-hmm.
They say you can just wake up and do anything you want to do. That's your right. Where in the world freedom of speech is just absolute. And why they got hate speech? The reason why they got hate speech is telling you that there are certain things that you don't say, it will be considered as hate speech. There are certain things you don't say, it will consider a security threat, a national security threat.
Exactly. That's what you did.
So they're telling you that as much as you have your freedom of speech, be careful what you say. Do not say something that will be considered a hate speech. No, that's not freedom of speech. Like in America, it goes down to White House tomorrow and say, I'm an American citizen. I got my freedom. I'm recruiting people to go to ICE. I'm recruiting people to join ICE. Really? Maybe you're not finished. You don't even know how you live on that place. So nothing is absolute. On the part of Yeke talking about the land, this and that, where you coming from? As a matter of fact, most of the land across the border were taken for Liberia. Something 1907, when the whole land demarcation started, who represented Liberia? Even though Liberia had an independence by then, but who represented Liberia? The local government officials represented Liberia, and who represented France and Guinea? Well, France, because by then Guinea was still
masters.
Guinea was not having independence. Guinea was still being controlled by the French colonial power, right? Mm-hmm. So they represented France, Guinea. Imagine we have our local people sitting down there with the colonial power. So anything they say, that's what they will go by. Who represented Sierra Leone? The British, because they were still controlling Sierra Leone. And basically, nobody represented, or we represented, Liberia represented herself. So that's why you see most of the demarcations, Liberia could not have a voice. Anything they say, that's what they went by. In 1922, 1926, that same amendment was something like like amendment that this land are for these people, this land for the people. I think in the 1978 again, the same resolution came back. Where you're coming from with he, according to his sources, the land for Guinea.
He doesn't know. He's not.
Yeah. Where you coming from with the whole thing according to his sources? You think how land business looking? According to my sources, the land for Guinea. And look, before I get back to you, Liberia is a country. We should reach to the point where there should be checkpoint erected for anything that we know that is not right. We cannot have a country where anybody can just do anything. You say because it happened before, somebody not do it. If the how do you call itself? If the Supreme Court was not going to take action against Yeke, probably Yeke going to I say Yeke, Prophet K going to be causing my cause until our grandchildren can. Yeah,
right now.
there should be a point where the country action must be taken. There should always be a time. We cannot have a country where people must just do whatever they want to do until judgment they know. Then we don't have a country.
Seriously.
Mr. David, how are you?
Mr. Davis.
Yo, then you people, how you doing?
Mr. Davis, you chilling again, sir? Call. But go ahead.
No, but the problem you gotta tell me what time you'll be on. So I don't know. Throughout the week I can be looking at. I'll just log into that. I saw your text message. Even though I don't know the topic from.
She can be chilling, Mr. David. She can be chilling. No matter.
No, I wish I can be chilling. I can be.
Yeah, the topic I just heard about Yeke Koluba and all that stuff.
Yes, we were just going over. There's a lot going on. We're going over that, and I think we'll talk a little bit about Nigeria too. What just happened there yesterday or that day for yesterday. And we're just talking about, the madness in the country with Yeke and how I say I'm anticipating his impeachment. That's what I'm waiting for. And, that's what we're just speaking on before you came. So,
sometimes it's good to try experiment on certain people that are very stupid. So, Yeke Koluba going to be experiment because he's stupid. He was not stupid. They will not try experiment on him. He think those guys called CDC they're talking for him. CDC not talking for him. The CDC said they don't want him. Even the Jowea men said they want Yeke because Jowea is somebody that don't forgive easily. So he will cause the man throughout or 6 years, then he can't forgive you in 1 month. You say you want to join him. You just wasting your time. Because when they come to primary, they'll drive you from out over, you will not be a member of CDC. You will just go independent. So the experiment, because according to Yeke, he is a friend of the president of Guinea. So when he made an own pronouncement, he said, and what you forget to know is, he said the Liberian National Police for a certain level of time. So you know how to get out intelligence to another country.
The man that was commander for Central Monrovia. The police commander for Central Monrovia.
Police intelligence. You was all over there arresting drugs people, doing what they call getting intelligence, all the one there. But the sad thing about it is that some of the things Yeke can be talking, I think because the gun when you were small, it's a firing gun. I think they get problem on him. He need mentor.
You need to start looking for excuses for Yeke.
No, I don't say
a lot of child soldiers.
I said we're gonna try experiment on him.
I remain crazy like Yeke.
So Yeke thought he was a child soldier, and after the war, he was not traumatized. He was not de-traumatized. So they just left them as their own. On their own. So Yeke couldn't do nothing. Yeke need to go to trauma center. You need to go to this trauma center where they don't then bill. You know, before you be representative there.
That's a drug rehabilitation.
You need to go through rehabilitation. Yeke had not gone through rehabilitation after the war because he was a child soldier. I don't know whether he was 10, 11, or 12 when he started fighting.
That old man.
Eh?
I said that, Papi. But go ahead.
What did that, Papi? I believe Yeke was in the 70 born. Yeke, I don't think he's a 60-something born. But the matter of fact, after fighting the war, then most of them feel that they were beat to go to the center to be de-traumatized. He wasn't de-traumatized. So when you see Yeke talking, the next thing that comes from him is how to create war. All he's talking is war. You feel that God had given him the opportunity to live the first war. You think there's possibility he might live the second war. There's possibility he might not.
There'll be no second war.
No, I just saying something to him. In second war, the possibility you will not lay. They had charged to do the end of BBBO. They have possibility to do the first war. But after some time, there was no possibility to do the second one. So you guys to be let it try the experiment on him. Let's see how it works. And the citizens have said need to wake up to start impeaching their representative there too, because they're not doing nothing. So the how Liberia will be. Liberia will be the kind of people there and a representative country. And certain things they're doing in that country, I'm not in favor of telling all the one there that crap. Why representative will get telling the message and get late?
Amen. Let it.
All those stuff there. So the impeachment of Yegemi, I agree to that. He need to be impeached. Let him go sit down and over 2029. Let's see how you will run campaign from now to 2029.
Thank you. Hey, George, welcome. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, Amy and Morris and Davis, how you guys doing?
Good.
Good to see you guys, man. I just saw saw the live one. I'll be like, oh my God, let me join these guys and talk a little bit of Liberian issues. I disagree with you guys though. Someone said Yege say he's a friend of the he's the Guinean president. How is that a crime? How is that a problem? President Baka say Emmanuel Macron that he brother and friend. He says Serline, president that he brother and friend. It's not a crime. So
you want to problem for that,
hey, Mr. Derek, please let him talk.
Ask a question.
No, let him talk. Go ahead, George.
So I said, Dominia Ben control for Liberia.
Of course.
Dominia only saying that the land for him at the border. You're not causing problem for all. We can dispute it and say, look, it's not for you or for all. We can claim it. But when our own president, because when Fula Fofana finished saying something that the president saying it, he said the land that Liberia is claiming ownership to. That English alone will tell you that that land is not for us. Because if our president say our land is being encroached upon, then we know say that our land we're talking about. When Kula Fofana put out a circular and say the land claim ownership claimed by Liberia, then of course it tells you that we don't own it. We are claiming ownership, but we don't own it. So for you guys to come on here because Jaga Koluba said something about the land not being for us and you want to expel him or do whatever, you're just wasting our time, our money and resources. No guys should be debating how our people get social services when somebody is sick, they can go to hospital free. Put design some taxation on other cigarette. Put taxation on cigarettes so that certain percentage when you buy one pack of cigarette, we get 10 cents on a particular pack of cigarette. That money goes in a special account so it can serve as health subsidy for people. They can go to hospital free. But then we are here want to put Yaga Kuruba out of parliament. That why they war everybody. If you calculate the money we pay them per day, calculate that money and determine that they're coming back to work, we're going to pay them per day to sit down there to talk about expelling Yaga Kuruba. But our people, when they're sick, they die in the village because they didn't get nobody to take them to hospital, because they didn't get money to go to hospital. Even in Monrovia, people dying. Every time you come on Facebook, please, y'all help me. I won't go to India to go to hospital. I get cancer and this and that. They ain't talking about it, but to expel Yaga Kuruba. It doesn't make any sense. But you see, the thing is that I like it how yesterday Yaga Kuruba was the most approachable guy, or the most, he was a hero. He was everything. Even though he said the same things he's saying today, yesterday he was hero. Today he's become a man who you want to expel from power. But guess what? Expel him another time. Take the time and do meaningful things for our people, because the reason why our people put you there to represent, not to expel Yaga Kuruba, is to make laws that will benefit their lives, to make sure that they can live a stress-free life. Every government is put into place to give the people a better life, to serve the people. And expelling Yaga Kuruba has nothing to do with giving a better life. Yaga Kuruba is Yaga Kuruba. Yeah. He's always been there. He'll always be there. And leave him alone and work. instead of jumping in the street and say the more we are together to sing on top of kindergarten
Thank
song.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
sing kindergarten song and feel
So-
that's something you're doing for us.
So, George, you just put your foot in your mouth and beat it yourself. You're talking about the
Sorry.
more we are together. The people who are standing in the street singing the more we are together. Some of us were one of them. That was one of your heroes. Why are you crucifying people who said you were a hero yesterday? Then today you're looking at him as a bad person. You say he's singing kindergarten song, and you talk about you want to compare President Bwaga saying his counterpart is a friend and brother. And then you want to compare a guy who's trying to infringe on our sovereignty, that everybody bringing armed men, making our people to leave their homes, running away, to that of a president and his counterpart. To you, that's just the same equivalent. Somebody trying to infringe on your sovereignty, coming into your country, sitting armed men, disrespecting it, coming and putting a flag on your land. You see that as the same with President Bwaga talking about President McCoy and the Sierra Leone president. It makes perfect sense to you. And you're talking about people, all people in the village, people doing that, people dying. Yes, representation. You being a leader doesn't mean you are set to do only one thing. You can do multiple things at the same time. Why? It's true. Our people need good healthcare. They need this, they need that, they need all of those things. It's true. It doesn't mean when somebody is doing the wrong thing because those things are not there, you cannot deal with the wrong thing that is being done because we don't have healthcare, because we don't have this, because we don't have that. If that's the mindset that we have for Liberia, because other countries do multiple things at the same time. They are not rich before they're taking the. So when somebody's saying, when you can stand on bursary and kill somebody, we should say, oh, because they put in get medicine in the hospital, so you don't let the murder get away. Or anybody for that matter. Do something better. They put you there for you to come arrest Yege because he killed. Do you know what Yege did? As a certain lawmaker, seriously, you don't know what impact that has. Yege is not just an ordinary person, and his soundbite was being echoed in Guinea in a propaganda. You sit there and want to make it look like it's an easy thing. And I don't know why you keep comparing. And I was just talking about that before you came. Why you keep comparing this thing with Yeke doing yesterday with what Yeke just done? It's not the same. The same thing Yeke was doing yesterday. He did the same. He's still doing the same thing to President Bwaga and his family and to all of the United Party people. That is not why anybody asking Yeke to be suspended or expelled or whatever, impeached. That is not the reason why. So I don't know what this equivalent are just trying to make. President Weah is not Liberia. We don't care about what Yeke does to President Weah. We are talking about the states. What Yeke did as a lawmaker, what kind of impact it has. And his soundbite is being used in a propaganda for them to take come in and feel comfortable. That's what we are talking about. President Weah is not important as our state. President Bwaga has been insulted. Yeke has insulted President Bwaga and his family. Yeke has insulted President Weah. No one is telling you say Yeke should get impeached because he insulted President Bwaga. That is not what. If somebody telling you that, then you can make that. The same people who were praising Yeke yesterday when he was insulting President Weah, they are the same people who saying that he should be impeached because he insulting President Bwaga. You will have a low point there. But we're talking about our country where some lawmaker who don't even know his duty, that he's supposed to protect the state. He's supposed to defend the state. He's sitting there taking say every day that what else I talk, according to my sources, according to my that late for Guinea, according to my sources, every day he gets sources poking see it. You got sources, you can get sources to think about to help you how to improve district number 10. You can find sources to tell you what you need as a lawmaker to stay in the house and represent your people of district number 10 and not just be thrown out every time and be insulted in the house. You got sources. But when it comes to all the propaganda, all the lies, you got sources. According to my sources, your sources must not know history. You yourself don't know it, and your sources don't know it. And that's why everybody keep talking about. It has nothing to do with your inner politics that you keep trying to insert into what you get.
Okay, so Amy, can I say something? I know it's not a dollar.
So it's not the same. You need to stop that. Go ahead, Maurice.
All right.
The first thing is that, right? For me, uh, let me. This is not really a response to brother George, but when I didn't listen to Kula. I don't remember the last time I ever listened to Kula. But let's say Kula said we claiming our land. I think that is just a usage of word. You can take my property and I can reclaim. That is just simple understanding. I don't even know why you're making it, trying to equate that to what Yeke said. It's quite different. It's not even the same.
Yeah.
You can take my property, I can reclaim that property. It does not mean that property was not owned by me. It's just, but sometimes the politics, we can just go so much into the politics until we can even
why they English here? In the
It's not
village?
the same, George.
So
She may have used the wrong word. It's not the same as being effective in certain things. You have sources and you have done survey. That's
when
what
you reclaim something or claim, it doesn't mean you are not owning it. But the people judge. They will decide. The listener will judge.
My man, my question was simple. Why you learn your
forget
English
about where
from?
are they. Forget about where are they English. It doesn't matter. It's not. It doesn't matter.
It matters now. It matters now because I think
If I tell you, it's not
no
relevant.
sense.
So it doesn't matter. If I tell you why I learn my
Okay.
English, it doesn't matter. That's why I say
Okay.
let's move on. They will decide. The
Okay.
listeners will decide. Now on the issue of Yeke, let's say for instance, Yeke is being impeached. Yeke has a right to take the law to take legal, to take the flight to the court. He has his right. So if Yeke has a proof that indeed that land for Guinea, he can go prove it. That's all about it. But to argue that you'll leave Yeke because no, Yeke is a lawmaker, and his colleague trying to discipline. I don't see anything wrong. You can say that Baka or that this or that. That's your business. But Yeke is also part of the government. Probably he doesn't even know that he's part of the government.
No.
Yeke is part of the government. If the branch of government that you're working in, they have the right to discipline him or to do anything that they think is right. And he also has his right to take the legal course. So let's say they decide to take whatever disciplinary action they decide to take against Yeke. Yeke has his right to go to the court and say, look, I have a proof that indeed what I said was right. The land for Liberia, the land for Guinea, Yeke will be free. So I don't think this is something that we should drag on like Yeke should just go scot-free. No, I don't think so.
You're not going scot-free. Go ahead, Mr. Darius.
Yeah. You see, when they say hypocrisy, that the people from that group they call CDC, they are very number one. I don't know why they're playing about impeachment. It's just the first time they talk about impeachment that it made people sick or making is the wrong decision in Liberia. You impeach a certain associate justice falsely. Falsely. You never complain about it. I don't know how.
You forgot about it. Thank you, Mr. Davis.
That man never made no statement against Liberia. This guy said the Guinea president that he bully, that his friend, his best friend. Then you can't talk about Baka. They get nothing to do. My brother. Which are the presidents from Joseph G. Power 1847 to 2026 that ever made bundle of music? It was Jowia. He didn't have nothing to do. He was making music. Then now they're saying the men are staying in the middle of the road or singing song. Who are playing soccer in the center city on the street? Jowia. So what are you talking about? So when seriously ready to talk, look in your shoe, look in your backyard, why you did from the beginning. Why you start doing playing soccer on the street in the major city, in the center city, center like carry your Liberia president playing soccer on the street. Then I say you identify and say with people that what the people then were identify and say which team they play for? ES Monaco or which one? He had one thing he broke it down. He couldn't do nothing with it. He had soul, he broke it down. He couldn't do nothing with it. So all the one them when seriously people be saying it, I can wonder, do they have red blood cell? Or they get CDC blood cell? Because when you're saying the thing, look at the amount of blood. A certain judge was removed, impeached falsely. Not even the accusation you carry on until you're impeached for different accusations. falsely, and you all need to get the man money, you'll never get the man money. A former foil lady, you'll kill that one, they say do.
Okay, that one.
Yeah, they kill her. That's still they kill that woman with frustration. Because the woman went to them and talked to them about land. In fact, we wanted to clean the woman land of a woman. He wanted to get her land, he wanted to buy her land. Then he go now, he's stacking the ball, the woman's son. And I must say, I love him to your people say I love him to your sister, all the one there. All kind of petty something there. Then you get now. Oh, private, the government private king. That is still nothing wanted to do. You grabbing anything in there. You serve the punishment. That's why the government not here to get any nonsense undone. You will serve the purpose of being what? A lawmaker. Being a lawmaker, it means that you gotta be stupid. Look at the bridge where you get built. Saying being a lawmaker, see that bridge. Myself, I get there, I can tell my son to build that bridge.
That's a walkway. That's not a bridge.
No, you can call it bridge. You can be bluffing. This is a bridge. It lay down now. When the water flows, nobody can pass there. Whole lawmaker, you taking that 36,000 every year. What you do with it? What you can have done for a district? Nothing. They can't do. We can't build market for a district. Good market. Just because we are looking away for them to move you get from that district. The reason we are build that market, start putting car road in there. But you said, when it comes to development, one thing you are not doing beside that.
But you're trucking people there for them to vote for him.
No, nobody was trucking for people to vote for him. Everybody's trucking anywhere. So the trucking
themselves because of your behavior.
Yeah, it's trucking
Yeah,
everybody.
in our behavior, making it to be talking about the one and I. What are your behavior?
No, that behavior will stop.
Your way, man.
The government can promote you.
I had to waste my time behind you get thing, man. That's something else.
No, I'm telling you, you're not here for that one. When they talk about CDC should not talk. When they talk about presidency, who are not serious, CDC will not talk because our president was making music. This is the first time saying Liberal was established for the president to start music. Now the president, now you don't want to make music. You don't want to go watch your son playing soccer. Because you were teaching the Liberian people resources to go do soccer. Or to go make music. Thank you.
Go ahead, George.
Thank you. Look, you know, this argument about Yega Koloba is just because this government is using it for distraction. Because
from what?
Guineans are still on our land. And instead of for them to go and speak to their counterpart, they want to expel. They want us to now listen to how they're going to expel Yega Koloba, who said the Guinean president is his friend. I don't know where to say the truth this time is a crime. It's not patriotic. Let me tell you, if Yega Koloba's statement was considered criminal, he was going to be invited by the police or prisoners. Because treason, it is a crime that is punishable under the laws of Liberia. He was going to be arrested, going to be charged, sent to court, found guilty, sent to jail. But because that statement was not, let me finish talking. You're giving me chance. Let me finish talking. I beg you. When you're talking, I will listen. I beg you. Yeah. So the thing is, if that statement was prisoners, he was going to be arrested, charged, and sent to prison. And once he's sent to prison, he can no longer hold his position as a lawmaker. You're going to be gone, and that's it. And that vacancy, after 30 days, they were going to write how they call it, say the election commission to conduct a by-election for that. But because the statement he made was not treasonable, he did not get arrested. Because lawmaker, you can arrest lawmaker anytime. The only place you cannot arrest lawmaker is either he's in chamber, whatever he does in chamber. But once he does it outside and it's treasonable, you can arrest him and send him to jail. But he wasn't arrested. That means the statement he made was not treasonable. It only treasonable to people who think that because Yega can be causing the president, so they'll keep an eye on him. Because none of you here can tell me the exact statement that Yega Koloba made that is treasonous. Or to say the land, the people say, according to my information, that land for Guinea. That when they get tracing up, it doesn't make no sense. When they get tracing up.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Okay. Now I go to Liberia. I say that land. What they say? We don't own it. So that means that tracing are committed because I'm a human being. I can commit tracing too as well. So is that tracing? It doesn't matter.
Let me
But
ask
you guys just want to go ahead, ask me.
While you keep comparing or keep saying that you can say the president of Guinea is his friend, that's not a crime. That's not who told you said that's what people are calling treason or whatever.
Can I answer that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just combining things. So when you do analysis, you put things together that people are saying. Everything. You don't just say, I didn't say just that one thing he said. He said the land that is in dispute here is for the Guinean people, according to his survey, according to his analysis, according to his sources, that land for Guinea. That is the statement he made. And I see people who went to school, saying that they're treasonous. Can you guys define treason on this panel? Just put a definition of treason on there and compare it to what Jege Koloba said, whether they have any relationship. There's no relationship. The only thing you will say is that patriotic, and patriotism does not mean it's not punishable. I can be a Liberian, I cannot be patriotic. It's not punishable by the law. I will not be patriotic. You can't force me to be patriotic. So it's not a crime I'm committing. You can say Jege Koloba for what the statement he made as a lawmaker, he's not patriotic. But patriotism is not mentioned by anything. It's not. Right, so when people come and you know, it hurts my head. For people who you feel that they are learned, they are educated, they are smart, you know what I mean? And then they come and they say, oh, it's tracing up. Then I ask them, what is tracing to you? And then you say, oh, the thing Jege Koloba said. Define tracing and compare to what Jege Koloba said. They are two big different things. But because the people, they want to use that to distract us from the main thing that is happening, because our president is so incompetent, he cannot even to muster the courage to tell a friend in the face that land you say you own is our land. He read a letter and saying the land where I claim ownership to. Guinea said I didn't get it. But what they said, I want Kuda Fofana said, and I'm even surprised at Morris. But Morris coming on here and saying that you can say no, Morris, it is my property. If I'm talking it, I say that property that with Morris is my property. I will not say the property where I claiming ownership to that Morris get. No, that third party can use that statement, say the land that George is claiming ownership to, the Morris is also claiming ownership. But if I am talking because I know that land is my land, I would say my land is being encroached on by Morris. Morris is taking my land. I will not say the land I claim ownership to. Why are you claiming ownership when you know within yourself it is your land? It doesn't make any sense. But you know, that's the type of politics we are in now. People become very trivial in the things they say only because they want to make a point, a political point, and they want to show strength. Because all the government does is to show most other people. Like how are they engaging?
Like what you're doing right now, George? Because first of all, what Kuda Fofana said, Kuda Fofana is the press secretary of Liberia. Kuda Fofana runs a whole something she's the head of. The president does not tell her this is how you put this word. He does not go over her press conference and say, oh, no, you're using the word wrongly. Oh, no, this one's supposed to be capital. Oh, no, this one's supposed to no. Nowhere in the word. So
can I say something, Amy?
Fool the people and can't say, oh, and that person, but I said it because the thing is, Kuda Fofana will come and make a statement that is in line with what the president agrees to, right? But the words in which she chooses to use those statements, it's not, the president has no control over that.
Can I say something, please? Can I say something?
Let me finish. You just run a whole something here, talking something and hitting our head. So listen, let me tell you something. What Kuda Fofana even said has nothing to do with what Jege said. Jege is a sitting lawmaker. I don't know what's in your head. You and my second will say and say anything. We can sit on the platform and say anything we want to say. The word it will have, it will not be the same as when Jege sits on a platform as a lawmaker and says something. Jege is a government official. This is what you don't know. Jege sought to protect the state, to the constitution and that of the state. You cannot Nowhere. I don't know how many times y'all say it. Today, you say other people are taking today that you're a hero too. So the hypocrisy, just leave it. Don't even talk about that one there. So you cannot say here and tell us that Liberia is being because what Guinea did, it was an act of war. If President Walker was not wise enough, if he was somebody who was some child that jumping through his pants because people sitting on social media saying, go to war, go to war, go to war. Oh, you scared, you scared, you scared. And then you jump there. They're not different than we're talking right now. But those things don't move him. You understand? Somebody cannot infringe on your land, come declare war on you. Then you, as a freaking lawmaker who's supposed to be protecting your states, talking about you did something. What something you did? You don't even know your own history. And talking about I did something according to my sources and this, that land for Guinea. Even the Lofa people said no. The Lofa people said what kind of Lofa people you sat down with to make that conclusion, to come up to that conclusion, say they cross the river for Guinea. Then you want to compare that of what Kuda Fofana said. Then you want to compare that to somebody else saying, or you won't bring the whole thing in, or because he said he's the friends or something. It's because of what he did, the things he was saying. That's how people try to connect those two. Because if he was speaking about Liberia, it doesn't matter what you're a friend. I know what I'm saying is a crime. But if you're doing things against Liberia, because that's what you were doing, is that you were for the Guinean. Why you are a lawmaker for Liberia? So that's why if anybody's trying to add that on there, that's the reason why. Not because you said something, so also matter your friend, so that means is something. You stay here, you say hurt your head, people who learn. That's how you hurting my head right now, because you're trying to play this thing. Now you equating it to people want to get Yeke because he cost President Bouaka. You know how long Yeke been costing President Bouaka and nobody paying no more? Nobody going to a house throwing rocks. Nobody telling you the whipping session if he calls President Bouaka. Nobody telling you that the CDC used to be doing. That's why Yeke is exposed right now, that he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know his job. CDC did not give us that leverage to figure that out because they were running behind him like small children. Christian Mente, you jump behind him too. You naked, you running behind him. That's how you were treating Yeke. That's what made someone also think that Yeke knew what he was doing, but he was not being given a chance to do his job. But guess what? This government make Yeke, he running all over the place like a mad dog, and nobody got his time. Now, someone eyeball open on him. That's how he's exposed right now. And you say here you want to compare what Yeke said to what somebody else said, and I can say here right now and say that. Does that mean something? So no, bro. No. What you said, you know how many people sitting on Facebook talking nonsense? Who paying any mind? The Guinean used their soundbite, but guess who somebody was using? Quoting Yeke Koduba, because he's a lawmaker. So if you don't know what that means, then I'm sorry for you. Well, go ahead, Morris.
No, I think let's move to next. We got something else. Yeah, let's move to.
Seriously.
Let's move to the next topic.
So I wanted to play something, but I can't. Like you, as usual, I always put there's something in queue, and then it's time for it to run away from me. But yeah, so we what else we want to talk about? The appointment of the what is it?
Election chairman.
The President Bouaka appointed Judge Onku. And
Joseph,
I've been getting a lot of messages.
You
relate. I said I'm from Lofa, the man from Lofa, but we are not related.
But he's still not started for that. I mean, like your uncle, you want also, you still don't want to get President Bouaka. But yeah, see, people have a problem with it. So I don't know what's the problem, guys. Everyone's saying he belongs to the United Party, right? He's the United Partisan, and that means that President Bouaka already setting up to rig the election and something like that. I mean, I would love to know. Let's start from George with this one here. George.
Yes. All right. So
yes.
So here's the thing. I'll first let lay the premise in a very fair and common way. In Liberia, there is no one who can stand and say, I don't support any party, or I don't have any affiliation with any party, or I don't have connection with any party, right? You can find any other people. You don't find people. But then there are certain people who are moderate, right?
Yeah.
The who are moderate, they are there. Who can say, look, I like CDC, I like UP, I like people, but this is Liberia for us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then they get other people who say, this is me, this is George Weeder, I'm for CDC, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we can say, another person will come and say, this is me, I'm for UP. Okay. Then it comes to the context of the election commission. The election commission decides who wins an election. He announces and all of the processes, registration, the election commissioner can deny somebody registration when the person comes to register based on the laws and blah, 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 blah. So many things. For me, I know that even if President Boakai becomes the election commissioner, he cannot win next election. Even when he put Jojo there, he will not win next election. But what we are saying is that this guy who was in their war room for the 2023 elections, who was counting ballot papers for the UP, to be appointed election commission is a slap in the face. We would rather,
Why is that?
because I already told you, Amy, I laid the premise. Well, you're not listening. Okay, let me say it again. I said there are moderate people who are moderate in the country. You can see that even the woman that is living now, she had never identified with any political party that we have seen outside. So you see, the first thing is that these are the things that bring conflict. Because when people perceive you to be a UP party, even when you're not cheap, people can have that notion. Because the whole thing is like perspective and also the likelihood of things happening. People would more agree with you when Joe Baka takes son and put his son there as election commissioner, and Joe Baka even won the presidency fair and clear. People say, but I his son there. So these are the things we are saying, that putting Mr. Weeder there, who was who you laughing at me?
Yeah, you was it, maybe.
Yeah, Mr. Weeder, putting Mr. Weeder there, Jonathan Weeder, putting Weeder there, who was your campaign person and who was in your war room counting your ballot people, who are announcing winning and you winning, all these things, for you to put him there, we feel that it's just tantamount to bringing our electoral body into disrepute. That's what we are saying.
But George,
and for me, you should have looked for somebody. You should. Yeah,
isn't that why you have election observer? You have poll watchers. You have people who are there. The poll watchers are there when the ballots are counted and it is written down. Can the election commission go to every polling station and change those numbers?
Okay, I mean, not necessarily, but as election starts before election day. Yes, so that's the thing we need to know. Election can start way before election day. So the commissioners in the places, how they appoint them, the people who will be saying that in Valley or that Valley who will make that decision, the people who will, all those people, they are appointed by the election commissioner or his immediate deputy. They appoint all those people that are there. So in all the counties, the electoral bodies in the county are controlled by the people. So they can influence election before even election day. You know that election can be won before election day. Because even the CDC did it. And we told President Weah, these people that were in the electoral, counties, they counted electoral county officials. They were all appointed by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf people. We won the election, but going to our election, why can't we appoint people, right, who will be neutral? Who will be neutral instead of on our side or on anybody's side? Can we find people like that and say, oh, yeah, forget it. We did enough for the Liberian people will vote us. And here we are. So what we are saying is that bringing somebody who was your campaigner and appointing them as the head of the body, for us, is tantamount to telling us that to hell with everybody. I'll put my son there.
Breaking news. George said that any people allowed them to win the first election, but then they twisted the second election and did not let them win. That's what George Weeder is telling us.
What?
That
No,
the people
Amy,
that Eddie Johnson study appointed, they allowed them to win the first election. But then the second election, they cheated them, even though they were in power. That's what George
I did
Weah
not say they cheated us. I'm not claiming cheating at Amy. You don't have to twist my
I mean,
words.
we
I'm right
really
here.
between
I'm
what
not
you
yet dead. I said, you can't read between what I said. I'm explicit here. I said, this is what we said. I'm not saying that we said because he did not do it and those people cheated. I said, put neutral people there because, Amy, election can be won before election day. Let me tell you, people. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they cheated us or something. We cannot claim cheating because we were the president, right? We're the presidency. That's why I was getting angry with. Or I would not use the word angry. It's too strong. I was getting a little bit upset with my friend Morris, who was talking about or you. But you were saying that you can insult George Weah. We get time for George Weah. We get time for Connie. No, insulting the presidency. Someone who said in the presidency is Liberia's most top official. Insulting that person is more than insulting Liberia.
No.
But because the hate is there, people say that it should be we take the presidency for George Weah, and we've said George Weah that George Weah causing our presidency. That's what you are saying. And for me, that is complete.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what you say. That's what you're saying. That's what you said.
I would never tell you that George Weah was never my president. That's what you can say. Whether I like George Weah or not, he was the president of the Republic of Liberia. I'm a Liberian. That makes him my president. Did I like him being president from the beginning? I did not know anything. Like I said, when I went to Liberia, what I saw, I didn't like it. That's when I decided to run campaign against the man to get out for somebody who knows what they're doing to do it. That seat's supposed to be respected. The person who sits in that seat will also be the one to make people to respect that office. For what you do, for the things that you do, will make people to put more respect in that office. If you sit there and be doing,
I see why they insulted Black Guy too, because you're not making it, you're not respecting yourself.
Just let people talk now. So
I don't listen to you.
You're not, because everything must be equivalent to President Bwaga. President Bwaga has brought so much respect to that seat
I see.
than it was 6 years ago. Whether you like it or not,
suffering him.
you can see. Josh, we're not doing this now. Come on. You talk, people listen, other people talk. You don't have to like what I'm saying. Like, I don't like what you're saying. You can say whatever you want to say. That seat has, President Bwaga has brought so much respect to that seat now than it ever was in the last 6 years. He is a responsible man. What if somebody calls him? It's because they are politics and they are playing. Like he said, on trained people. It doesn't mean that he's doing something that is disrespectful to the office. Absolutely not. When do you see him going to Mr. Davis in studio leaving his job? When do you see him going, sitting out to Jamaica Resort to smoke pipe and get high and bringing girlfriends and stuff? He doesn't do any of that. So that don't even make us to start there. Okay? So we're all there. Liberia comes first. But go ahead, Morris.
God. Look, there are procedures in choosing who the election commissioner should be. All the positions of integrity, there are guidelines as to what make the person qualified. Look, because the thing is that you just have to appoint Liberians in those positions. Chief Justice, judges on the Supreme Court, Election Commission, Bank Governor, all these people, all these positions are integrity positions. So you only have to appoint Liberians.
But so don't you agree with George when he said that you had to appoint somebody moderate? Like,
so
in the middle.
So I don't know what George. Let me say my own. George said his own. Yeah, it's not about agreeing with him. So the president has the power to appoint. The law says that before the president get appointed, the president should disassociate himself with any political party. That's what the law says. The law didn't say if you are for this party, if you're this party, you cannot hold these positions. No. The law says for you to become a bank governor, for you to become an election commissioner, if you are a member of any political party, you should disassociate yourself. That's what the law says. Right? Right after the election, when the Francis Johnson Morris, when at time kind of expire. But I think the election commission will go for, I think, like 5, 6 years or 7 years, if I may be right. I think there are seven commissioners. I think after that time expires, Madam Sirleaf as a president, she has the power to appoint. And what the president did at the time was unprecedented. Just for peace sake or maybe unity, what she did, she asked political parties to recommend for the formation of the election commissioners. When you see the likes of David Atta, the outgoing chair lady, David Lassana Johnson, and I think one other George Flo, these guys were recommended by WIA directly. Whether they were political, yes. Whether they were members of CDC or not, that is not the argument. But they were recommended by Mr. WIA directly. The likes of David Atta and few, I think 1 or 2 persons, and other people came from different angles. Because I think Madam Sirleaf was doing that so that every political party will feel to be part of, even though she didn't have to do that. But I think she did that so everybody can feel part of the process. And moving forward, when James Fomoya term expired, what Madam Sirleaf did, Madam Sirleaf appointed the president, the chairman that brought CDC to power was a unity party, James Kokoya. James Kokoya was a renowned member of Unity Party. In fact, he ran as a representative Bond County, one of the districts in Bond County, but he lost the election. James Kokoya, I think if I'm not mistaken, that's the name, James Kokoya, something like that. He was the chairman, and he brought, even when our appointment was made, people murmur, people complain. There will always be a complaint, and that man was the one that brought CDC to power, right? 2017, 2023, it was the chair lady by then, Madam Deveta Lassana was again nominated by CDC and appointed by George Weah. It brought Unity Party to power. So the point here is that it's not about who. Somebody just has to be a chair lady. Somebody has to be a commissioner of election commissioner. That for sure. So the reason why Wambodiki was right. The reason why Wambodiki was rejected, not because he was close to President Weah. No, that was not the case. Mr. Wambodiki was rejected because, according to some birthright citizenship or stuff like that, and not because he was friend with Mr. Weah. No, if that was not the case, Mr. Wambodiki was going to be the chairman of the election because the president has the power to.
His citizenship was in question, right?
Yes, right. That was the reason why he was rejected. So the issue of somebody has to be chairman. The law, whether the president was a Unity partisan, UP, CDC, that is not the issue. The Senate can never reject you because who you was. That's why the law says you have to disassociate yourself for any political party before holding certain positions. So I can understand the opposition may have their fear, which is fair enough. But again, the criteria says the president has to disassociate himself with any political party for you to hold certain positions, such as the chair position. And the issue of cheating, it's not just these are 7 commissioners on that board. 7 commissioners. The chairman or the chair lady will not just wake up and say John Brown win or Peter Brown. No, it's not. It's not easy. It's not something that can just come easy as anybody could think. So that's just it. That's just it.
Let me bring Mr. Davis and getting back to.
Yeah, before it starts snowing on us.
Oh, I'm not sleeping.
Look at Maxie. Mommy, I've been enjoying your videos, man, online. On IG.
Let me start like this. CDC.
I'm Prashakla.
What did they say today? All are true. What did they say before? They were not true. Why? Why is CDC behaving like this? that woman before they appointed her, what the news we hear at Joe girlfriend. So it's not true. So becoming Joe girlfriend, becoming party war room counter. Which one is close?
You tell us.
Somebody that my girlfriend and somebody that was there in it. Myself, I will go stay in the war room and say I was there. I can kind of start reading something because everybody was pressed when they press it. Not everybody pressed me. When you get good food, you can carry us on Twitter and press. You already get your lesson play. Your lesson, your press lesson and argument to you, not issue you in. That's why I see LeBron get the higher press in the world. Yeah, when you calculate LeBron get the higher press.
Okay.
Because everybody can repost story. So the editor was your girlfriend, and they appointed her as election commission. Nobody talk about it. It was not wrong yesterday. CDC, all I want was not wrong because we say it was your girlfriend. Now you're saying the thing they say. So I don't know which one is true. Do you believe? I want to ask about you believe that story that the editor that your girlfriend was your girlfriend, or you say your girlfriend? You believe that?
You and Masana discussing about triviality. Yeah, you and Masana discussing about triviality. You are old enough, you are growing enough to not be, talking those sort of things. Let's talk about the issue. Forget about who girlfriend or who not girlfriend. It doesn't make any sense. You and Masana coming to argue about it. I'm telling you, this man was in a war room. He read results. There is a video. Listen now. You're going to listen to me or you want to be shouting?
Testimony that that woman like your girlfriend.
Where did you get a testimony from? Where's the evidence? Is that nonsense? You and Masana coming to be talking about him. Too old enough to be talking nonsense. Just go ahead and tell your thing. Yeah. Complete nonsense.
Oh.
Calm down now.
Guess what? I'm not angry. I'm not angry because of George. I'm not angry because of George. If you are going to come here and say, that Baga girlfriend you put in there, I will not listen to you because I know it's nonsense.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's nonsense. If you try and not because it's just joke. Okay, guys, go ahead with your thing. I'll be and listen.
Go ahead. Please, let me put George in Jubo. You talking about it?
The thing was clear. Your girlfriend. Even on Costa every day. Costa program was showing every day. So we are not putting our own girlfriend.
Mr. Davis. We don't know that for sure.
I say it was there every day like your girlfriend. I'm telling you.
Okay. Wow.
That was your real girlfriend there. Okay. But let me tell you, in the election commission, one man cannot cheat. All the commissioners there before you say anything, all of them get copy or E. And the particular guy who they're talking about now, the widow man. We don't start by election commission from 2004 to 2020.
So he's experienced.
Yeah, he was a commissioner.
Okay.
He's not just like a J man. He was a commissioner. Until Jogia even became president, he was a commissioner. Did he cheat Jogia? No. This man, he had been commissioner, not the first time. He's working at election commission to say, like first time to go work. I think he's the most, over there, he was the best man. They couldn't put Gloria Musu's car there. They couldn't put the civil service director there because they could say that was CDC, that was this one room. But now, CDC, they didn't know what's in the wrong way. They didn't know what's in the wrong way. That uno king that was behind them, that was your girlfriend, they didn't run with that one. That somebody was in war room, that he the running way. They may were in war room and you were in war room, so what? So who can tell me in like bro who is not associated with political party?
Thank you, Mr. Davis. No one. Everybody go ahead. Welcome, Mr.
It was some of them.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for the recognition, and I'm happy to be back. I'm not really back, like say, but I'm happy to be on tonight. And I'm also happy that you still continuing the fire burning. It's positive that we keep this conversation. But Josh, I'm happy to see you, my man. Happy to see you. Look, I mean, I've listened to all of the even though we don't have the luxury of time, but I've listened to everything from the opposition concerning the name that was proffered by the president as the next commissioner for the national elections. And I don't know why people in the opposition are so lethargic, are so fried about it. I don't know why they frightened about it. I don't know why they know it's all about. When speculation came out about Josiah Joker, Dr. Joker, noise came about, and the speculation came about Guru Musu Scout, and I saw some of my good friends and brothers from the CDC. They were running all around with some cheap propaganda, blah, 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 blah. What's so fascinating about the whole thing is that the threats that come from seditions, there will be unspecified consequences. Somebody laying away in Josh Europe still paying for
unspecified.
She don't even have the chance to leave Australia. She's saying there will be unspecified consequences. That's how Georgian can sit down over there and manipulate and confuse my young comrades over there. That's the kind of society.
Sorry, where are you? I can see you.
Georgian want to support a society that is lawless, a society that don't know themselves, and people can sit abroad and manipulate them and destroy their future. Because right now, it's not only about Liberia anymore, because opposition don't look at the country. They only look at a political institution.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just thinking about their institution. Oh, we must come out of power. We must reclaim the loss at all costs. This reclaiming of the loss at all costs, you see where we are now. You guys are running all around helter scatter until you don't even know how to even organize yourself. Well, listen, for us, we are scrupulously and meticulously dealing with issue. You make your noise. We know where your noise will go. We know where your noise is going. And that's the reason why sometimes I borrow what Thomas Father said. Don't worry about those crocodile on the bridge. We know them. And we know how to handle them. So we know that you guys lack unnecessary chest beating. You guys lack noise. So that's the reason why you was in the leadership position. You are making noise, and you were not sweet in the terrain. So now we put you in opposition where you are very good at. You see, your opposition life, you think you put the government feet to the fire by lying and making loud noise all around the area. You spin, and in fact now I like the sporadic attack you guys on create fake account on Facebook on the Blue app. You see one person get 20 account, so fake account, and when one
working overtime.
Yeah, in the CDC war room, the man called Joyce said, send me data, I need to share some information. Jordan send money to the man get placard. Whatever the team makes sense, and that makes sense, they get share it all over. But it's not helping because the government has an arm. In fact, the Liberian people have plethora of information now to see, because there's nowhere now you can go. You can see the massive development that is going on in the country. In as much as the government can still acknowledge that there are challenges, and the president is instituting mechanism to mitigate those challenges, the country is making progress. And when you watch the entire region, the entire sub-region we are in, where Liberia is right now, Liberia is one of the most stable countries in that entire region. No matter small noise that is coming from Guinea that is being exacerbated by opposition figure running around saying all kind of things to make it look as if it's something that can be controlled. That situation at our border over there can be controlled, and it has already been taken care of. And whatsoever way you guys want to turn it around, the president, through his wisdom, that wisdom that God gave that old man. Why people thinking that we are going to imagine some citizens are posting that AFF men went and arrested Guinean soldier today. It started at April Fool stuff. Yeah, they're saying that they arrested 2 Guinean soldiers. You trying to create pandemonium in the country, create fear in the country for the country that you say you love, but you putting your people in fear. And that's the same way you guys were ruling the country in fear. But why today we cannot see the black beret men who are running all around? I call it a red beret or what? All the killer squad you guys have. What happened to the studio that the president built that you are singing song? That even a minister was singing. My good friend Iron Wizard sang song right after George Weah released a song. Iron Wizard went to and sang another and launched his album. So what happened to all the good talent you guys have? You guys not doing it anymore. But now you're crying. Now you say you want to come back to the power.
What a loan Wada used to be taking.
My man,
You still taking it? Oh, okay. I'll pause.
Let me end up. Oh man, if you follow the tenet of how successful people are, if you want to be successful in your life, loans help you to be successful. You don't use your own money.
Why spend mine when I can spend yours?
If I can spend another person's money and multiply it and be responsible enough, why you think the bank that in this country I give you credit card? Like my man Soiree, thank you for coming on. If the bank gave you a secure credit card, you first spend your own money. You say, oh, like when you new in the United States, you say, oh, I need a secure credit card. They give you carry your own $500. They'll give it. Your own $500 on that card. They give it to you. But the manner in which you use it, after certain time, the bank will say, oh, okay, this person is responsible. And you see that the bank will refund your money to you, and they will give you their own money now. And when they give you their money now, the way in which you're going to use that money, that's how they're going to increase your credit line. And what makes somebody successful today in all the Tata men that the credit card, you go somewhere, you show your credit card 1,000, you use the American Express.
We're talking about loan now. You educated people about loan.
But I'm telling you that successful people.
Thank you, Mama. You're gonna let George do.
No matter, man. But the men know that you cannot, in any way, in a grand scheme of logic, say a vice president for how many years? You tell me say that man I get money. Who I get look at some of you, I get be laughing. Sometimes I get be comical. Who told you that a person who served for as a vice president for a country and control of budget of more than $1 million for 12 years, they say you not get money? Does that even make sense? Even if the man is a reckless gambler, if how you can call him, you say he's a squander in chief. If somebody wants to squander that money, that will squander all that money just like that.
Thank you.
I don't even know how you guys can really
Squander in chief. How you doing, Squander? Come here. I know you're listening to us.
Yeah, thank you. Let me say hi, guys. George, my brother and friend.
George, I think that's drinking the Lakers cup.
It's been a while, and Moses, brother Morris, and that of Davis. I mean, it's a good thing to be back. My attention is drawn to one of the comment the brother made, precisely brother George, when he talk about somebody being from an observer or somebody who was counting Unity Party, and ballot bags and trying to disqualify the current National Election Commission. I think that was just from the basis of the usual political and chicanery we always hear from people. But the law does not in any way say you cannot be a partisan of a political party prior to being a National Election Commission. I think the clear explanation the laws talk about, you cannot hold position of being a partisan of a particular political party while being in that position. So I think we all know, but sometimes
card holder,
we
in a political party.
Exactly. Sometimes we just intentionally ignore some of these things and just throw on some baseless argument that doesn't hold water. I think his appointment is about law. It's not about morality. It's not about any things that you and myself will talk about today. I think sometimes when we're talking about these things, we should leave our political. For me, I don't know much about the individual appointed, but I think what I've been hearing from because but I don't know, George, why you anti this brother, because this brother could be your family member. You guys carry the last name, the same last name, so I don't know why you coming from where they kind of. But anyway, we can understand the CDC.
Fake widow, the other one with fake widow.
The CDC usual political trend, but I believe that he can do what he's supposed to do. I mean, there are a lot of there are a lot of commissioners that has been appointed. What are commissioner for the National Election Commission or other commission that should hold a very independent role? They've been doing their job, and you cannot point to one electoral flaw that has been to. We could just speculate on this thing. I'm talking about something that you can prove beyond all reasonable doubt, right? Where you see one election commissioner that's been to a flaw that you can show beyond the usual political things that we do during. And I'm saying that because we are not free from saying some of the things that we said during election, or this person without their ability, without all these things. So one way or another, we've been, and part of criticizing commissioner, but the issue about they being part of flaw, whether it was the then election commission, the director Brown Lasana, the Jimmy
It's a
Kukoya,
scare
all the
tactics.
business people that serve in that position, bro, you cannot prove, that their political alignment influenced some of the decisions in the past. That has just been the fluctuating argument that people always come with, but they cannot show certain facts as to some of the flaw that they. But we just pray God, the current election commission should do what he should do to actually serve that era, because the issue about election is a very cardinal thing, whether to opposition or imposition. Though the past election commission, there were a lot of allegations, against her during the 2023 election, but she did what she could do to serve and leave that place with some legacy. So, look, let me say this in conclusion. Even when you put Prophet Muhammad or Jesus Christ over there will always be counter argument about
Sedition will always get something to say. Be clear.
they'll always be saying about what is it he has been doing, what are some of the things that the thing, even when the person during their late business before even coming to that position, there will be criticism that he shouldn't. People will rarely come with the argument, oh, he should have been doing business before they appoint anyone there. This kind of argument that is not backed by law. I mean, there are a lot of things that we always observe when these things happen, but we just pray God what actually that we pray for our democracy to be strengthened. And I believe that this individual, for me, I don't know nothing about him personally, what has been his role, and whether in or out of government. But for what we have heard, I believe that he can do the job. Out of the speculatory names that we heard, I think Seditians, today, they will just come up with the argument because the names that they speculated on, those names was not actually names that actually people saw. So, I mean,
They were
let's pray
disappointed.
that he do his best. So I mean, no one should pray. There will be nothing happening like bro again that we just sit and think on.
I won't be surprised George and come out and discuss the man hype.
No, I mean it's obvious. So I mean
all those previous things. You'll be
that's just my thought on this national election.
Because you George yourself is short. Then you'll be behind the mention there.
So
I'm gonna lead just more.
So people, George said something. He said, even if President Boakai bring Jojo Boakai, he will never win the next election. So why are we making all of these noise all over the place? If you already know that it doesn't matter who's here, Judge, wow, I mean, what is the fear mongering about? Like, you already know election. You said President Boakai is not doing anything. So if you even bring his sons or his wife, is coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Coming back.
So why are you shaking in your boots? Why are you so nervous? What is I mean, just for us to make noise and not focus on our, according to you, Guinea Bola, or what's going on?
Amy, can I say something?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Good. You see, for our peace to be guaranteed, we need to make sound decisions for our country. And perception is a very dangerous thing. Mm-hmm. And people often overlook it. Say, oh, when people say I can steal, but I can steal. So it ain't matter. But every community going with some laws, they will come to you. And then you say, but it doesn't matter. It still matters. The thing is that the decision you make as a leader can either take your country or your followings into chaos or out of chaos. When we say appointing a Unity Party partisan who was manning your vote during the election, as election commission has a perception that he will not be free. The election will not be free and fair. And because of that, people can take other action, adverse action that will mean, because they will have a point, Amy. They will have a point because they say they don't trust him. When the people say they don't trust somebody and you put them there to be election commission, it is eroding the peace in our country, eroding it. So I don't know, and I know by the fact one person cannot cheat. He can be commissioner. I told you from the beginning, I said, even Boubacar goes there and say, I'm leaving the presidency because I'm going to election, I want to be the election commission. He will still not win necessarily, right? But the thing is that the perception that it brings, because you're not going to every booth and change the numbers there. As soon as the number is placed on the booth, people take picture of it and will go all the votes, everything, right? So you cannot say you do, but the perception it brings now. So let's say if Boubacar brought his son to put his son there, are you sensing the perception I will bring to people who will feel that the process will not be free and fair and will still got a reason to say that? Don't give people reason to take our country into chaos. Don't give the population the perception, the leeway to have that perception that things will not be free and fair. And once people feel that something is not going to be free and fair, they can take adverse action and that would erode our peace. That's what I'm saying. We're not saying that Boubacar is going to win the election because he puts Wida there. Wida can be there, but still he will not win. But the problem we are talking about is that there will be people who will feel that because he's putting his parties in there, it will not be free and fair, and they can take other action, and those action will be eroding our peace. That's what we're saying.
You just said something sound, right? But then again,
I always say sound things.
No, that's just this one. But then again, it's a little contradictory as well, right? You said people would say, who's supposed to calm the people? Is it the leaders or the leaders who are going ahead? Because the leaders, the one from this party, are the one going all over the place, sitting on every platforms and going to every radio stations, bringing up this fear that there would be something sinister happening on election day because this person was a United Partisan, not the people themselves, right?
Okay.
So if you have that perception, or the people have that mindset, which one is it? And what after that? Why are you answering that? Who did you do you have in mind that you thought was going to make a better election commission?
I mean, the last question on the answer first, I don't know. And this may be very clear and fair about it. I don't know. And because I know as educated person and someone who knows the process, electoral process, one person cannot cheat. But I'm telling you that our country is a very gullible society, comprises of a lot of, it's a vulnerable society, or gullible as well. And if you are doing something, you take precaution. You think why President Boubacar, even though his son is eligible to be election commission according to our laws, why you think he never appointed his son? Even his wife, he could appoint his wife. But he knows at the back of his mind that when I appoint my wife, the perception that will come will be that I want to cheat. That's why I'm putting somebody there who is part for me. You see it? So that's why you have to choose somebody who is not known to openly support you. That's the thing. I mean, our laws are clear. They say before you take that seat, you must declare that you are not part of any party. You must resign from any political party you are with, right? That doesn't in any way change things. The perception that people already carry is there. So let me tell you, not everything is legal is good. You know what I mean? So when we are talking about it, we talk about perception. We're telling you that, President Boubacar should have chosen someone who is a little bit further from him. That means somebody who cannot support him, but has not been very public in a public manner to support him. But this is a matter of press conference.
Like me? All right, let's move on to.
Let me say something quickly. Let me say something quickly, because there's this very very misleading information that is going on around. Because I listened to the Almighty Pope and Saint Stanton today, talking about the man with the immaculate hand who have no spot on his character. He's very clean. He's very spotless. Today he was saying that President Boubacar wants everybody from Lofa So he was naming, and he reached to the nominee, and he said he's from Lofa. And then
Yeah.
I say, oh my God, where are we going? You see, sometimes people sit and just talk. Mr. Wheeler is not from Lofa. Let's just crash that one first. He's not from Lofa. He's not a Lofian. And secondly, the war room, the quote-unquote war room that came out, where he was giving his during the elections, there were a lot of people who came. The central war room was there, and they had other small subsidiary room. They divided them. In fact, the Union Party, divided them. So every region was having their tardy center, and then they were, getting their raw school and sending it to the main processing center. So you saw the former election commission, Jim Flomoya was Mr. Wheeler, and they both had a press conference to give the idea about how the votes were. It was just given from a perspective of somebody who had knowledge on election, because there was this news about CDC claiming that they have won. Remember, there was one round declaration. They declared that they have won the election on one round, and there was sedition that were parading the street, and there was sedition that were calling for parade, that they have already won the election. Yeah. So Mr. Wheeler and Jim Flomoya came up to give detailed explanation about how tabulation is done. That was that press conference. I listened to the press conference, but there is no evidence of this man wearing anything relating to Union Party. There's no evidence of this man having any membership card of the Union Party. This man has served at the Election Commission in so many different capacities, even on climbing the ladder, coming up to becoming one of the commissioners. So he, from the standpoint of merit, somebody who understands the rudimentaries of electionary processes in Liberia. You're not going to take the election house, that type of controversial area. That job is not an easy job. To take it and give it to a novice, somebody who don't have no understanding about how election is. This is exactly how you guys were trying to create a fall, but President Baka is way ahead of you. That's the reason why they say why some of you are in your third dream, like old man is sitting at night consulting the oracle. So George, you get gray hair all your beard. We get 1 year to go.
It's there already. It's there already.
You get more to come. More will come. Get relaxed. When you get stressed completely, the gray hair will follow on your eyeball. Then you come to yourself. But the old man ain't see President Braga head as Sabu. And I say the man head bleaching. You will know. At the consultation, when Moses went to meet God, when he came out, and I see where people are saying,
kiss me back with Pony. Kiss me back.
So disrespectful.
They judge me. I said, God, a minute. But anyway, it's not about democracy. For me, I don't really get problem with it. It kind of help the democracy.
Sabu, no.
Imagine the president forget about the speech. The minute took the picture of the president here. I'm not sedition. What happened to the Gazan? The speech the president gave, forget about the speech. The guys took the man here, and I think they had the passing around with.
Yeah, I think I would just use this as my pattern.
Yeah,
yeah.
So you can go city.
Right. Yeah. Look. The thing here is that there's a reason why President Bouaka will not just wake up and appoint Jojo as a justice minister or as a Supreme Court judge, a chief justice, because there are steps, there are criteria that are set for you to hold those positions. So besides the nepotism, that's just one aspect. For you to be chief, you can't just wake up and just appoint anybody as chief justice. There's criteria as who becomes chief justice, who become election commissioner. There's steps. So the thing here is that even in the international scene, it's in the referee that are refereeing games. It's in the English football team that they have teams that they support. They support club football team. But the thing is that there's criteria for you to be a referee. For you to hold a referee, you should disassociate yourself. There are certain criteria that are set for you to be able to meet to become referee. Other than that, you have nobody refereeing in the world. Probably instead they go take people from different planet to come ref. So there's always somebody has to play certain role. Like I said, like I outlined here. Oh my God. Yeah. Like I said here, James Kokoya was a unity
Sorry,
party.
Mama, you there twice, oh.
I know, right?
Yeah, I don't know what is happening.
Right. Yeah. James Kokoya was a unity partisan. And he was the election commissioner. That election brought Mr. Weir to power. James Etta, David Lassana was a very close confidant to George Weir. He was very close. That was his friend. Whatever friendship that was, I don't know, but they were very close. I think from the day of LBS, when the madam was working at LBS, they were very close, and which is okay. No, fair enough.
See how Morris Webber claim is the Davis?
Yeah, fair enough. And he nominated Madam Lassana to the election commission. You know, so somebody has to play a role. You don't judge people by who they was. No, you judge people after they have assumed the position. You hold them by that criteria, not because who they was. Other than that, everybody has some alignment. Everybody has some. That's why the law says when you hold a position, you should disassociate yourself with any political party. So we have to go by the law. So you can have a perception or you can. That's up to you. Somebody has to hold a position, and that person is a Liberian. That's all about it.
Thank you.
But it was a good show. Soiree, long time. My brother, long time. Man, you guys just disappeared. I don't know what happened.
Already hair growing again. Oh,
we are wrong. Yeah, but you know when the husband got tens, the hair gotta grow.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I want to go here in America now. They gotta put gas in that color.
They gotta put
Oh,
gas
not
there.
you.
You remember?
Yeah, Friday, I'll call it tomorrow.
When you used to go to the barber shop, the old machine, tackle machine when the minister brother started, you feel bad. Why you go there to go call her, sir? Yeah.
But go ahead, Mr. Davis, and so I'll come in.
Yeah,
It's a fair game though, because a lot of United Party people had a problem with Daviala. So either way, like Suarez said, right? It can be whoever. Either way, people will always have something to say. What are they? United Party or like something. United Party and CPP, they were nervous about her too because of the close friendship that she had with George Weir. So it's a fair game. You know, there would be some kind of.
They'll be just okay. I mean, don't
But
make
go
it
ahead,
fun.
Mr.
All right.
Davis.
Yeah. All right. Acceptance is part of it.
maybe the Wheeler men don't know anything. So most of that language, it will end with abusive language. You know, when you lack of words, you lack of how to express yourself whatsoever, you abuse people. The House CDC people looking very rude.
I agree with
They're
you.
not me.
I agree with you.
So I see how you're talking to me. This. You gave me your own point that the election commission, the point was in war room. I gave my own point that the other was your girlfriend. They say that stupid are talking, that nonsense are talking.
Yeah, that was him, right?
That's been rude.
Right.
It's just how us citizens looking. When you
That'd be
get
more than
our
what
party,
they
now
do,
even join our party
Too
tomorrow
hot.
and laugh. It's just the doctrine of CDC. They don't respect nobody, they just rule. When they say that another thing, it must be the truth. When we say somebody else say that another thing, it must not be the truth, that lie. You were talking about Yeke Koluba. Why would you say Yeke Koluba says he's close friend to the president of Guinea? Now he cannot say he's close friend to Ase. America will disappear. Can't say the Ase people that over there can't say friendly with the commander. And go on and say, hey, you know nobody in the government, you nobody in the government, you will disappear here. One the particular paper that ruling now, just say, hey, that you related to Ase commander. You don't know how you move from your horse. So when we're talking those stuff, Yeke Koluba say he's friend. Yeke Koluba being the police before you were trained as a police officer. when he came from on base, from a rebel commander to a police commander. So he knows to get intelligence to give it to another person. He's trying to get intelligence to another person that they learn here for you people. Now they playing a video all over. They say that are representative, and he's from Lofa. They simply fighting from the man from there, a part from there, a man from there, and he said they learn for us. The second representative of the Republic of Liberia. So they will believe him a little bit. Not that they were this, what they call him, they will believe him. But our friend on the other side, they know what to say. Anything, I don't care who you're point. Now you can appoint somebody for CDC to say that he was holding Joseph Baga there. That may not correct CDC. You are holding Joseph Baga there. So no matter who you appoint, nobody can make election. What they call the only person that ever did it was Mr. Hammond during the 80s. When he declared Doe, because Doe had gone on him. But now, because Doe was wearing military, you were in military attire. That the election, that my name was called. And he gave it to the people. And they say how many votes Doe win with. He gave it one time. No second round. For that plenty people that took part in the election. And the man now said, that's only so far that man, the former, the former judge, associate judge, where he said, that other lady that was commissioner too, and what her name, the other woman, none of them were, they ever cheated. Because the commissioner then now, they're there, and the social media make it easy. Before you talk, we already know what's in that the first the high election will know who win there. Because social media will carry it, the people go to the stand, they start clipping the end. Like the person gets 68, the person gets 92, the person gets 88. So no one person will get win. So everybody got to go in the war room and calculate how much each of them get. Now to say to come with sort of and come with lie and tarnish the man repetition, the man was in war. When you in war room, I saw what maybe the only way the man has to do that time. What about Jim Foreman that was there? You were not in war room too, Jim Foreman or not former commissioner. That and before you forget to know that man served as commissioner from 2004 to 2020 when George Weah the ticket George Weah president, I know a commissioner. You were telling me those Frumoyan. So he got vast experience. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me. I think it's a great show. I know sometimes I get very tense. But formula, let's say you're back home, right? Welcome. I believe that we all have our part of shortfall when it comes to sometimes expressing ourselves, and I believe that we sometimes getting angry. But I think this show brings a lot, and I think I want to advise that we should be polite. I didn't listen to George saying what he said, but Mr. Davis, you got a lot of people who getting education from you when it comes to providing what you have to heart. It's very sensitive sometimes when people say things. Be very emotionally intelligent to respond, and in a funny manner where people will see you or hear you sounding like a father or like an uncle. I know sometimes people want to push people away to see the wicked side of you. This platform is a very unique platform, and I believe that we can do our best moving forward. Having said that, the current election commissioner appointed, like I said, if Aaron, that brother was in the Gabriel, there could be criticism. And you put it very right. Even the very Unity Party, there are a lot of doubt. Like I said, collectively we have in our mind because that's has been the normal circulations of conversation that has been around elections commission. What a David Eto, Brian Lasana, what a Jim Cookware, whosoever that was there prior to Jim Cookware. I mean, there's a lot of conversations people been having, and, having like a doubtful conversation about them, sometimes their relationship with a particular government. But I think it's fair enough to say history have not shown that we have had any election commission. Besides from the war, like Mr. Davis was talking about, history have not shown that we have had any election commission that have, cheated or did any fraudulent act. And, that's fair enough. And these conversations opposition will have it. When it comes to Yaka Koloba, I have my own conversation about how people give him some relevance. I know sometimes people want to see Yaka like the normal representative or honorable man that you always see other people addressing issues on a number of people just have to leave Yaka. I try to enjoy the unity party. Sometimes people are not really giving Yaka that attention. He was talking, he was being critical, but there was not a lot of attention being given to him that they're about to do. Yaka is one person, and I believe that Yaka will go more brutal, more than what we have seen before, because there has been some level of attention given to him. What about his colleagues or by this government, indirectly or directly? Because here's the thing. There are certain people you don't even want to waste your time. There's a lot of things in our country we have to, pay attention to. Now, one man who outbursts get more increased, he got more angry when you criticize some of the things that he said. He's a very man who good at criticizing. And like one of our brothers on one of these shows, the only thing Yega is known, or you can know Yega is a representative, or Yega is true. What is it?
Is that Dylan?
She's an individual. Yeah, I think Dylan said that once too.
President Dylan.
You cannot keep getting the kind of a individual relevant, because here's the thing. Like I said, Yega will be one person who will continue being brutal if there's certain level of attention being given to him. All those things you hear Yega saying all around, he's a friends of the person. These are just red traits. And when you're asking for the proof, the brother will say, carry me to the court. That kind of a human being you come in waste your time on. So I think we got a lot of things to actually. For me, I'm not against what Yeka doing. To be friend with you, I've actually understood Yeka style of politicking. Yeka always pleased with being to where he is. If every Yeka was first in opposition now to bring somebody to power, if every that will happen in 2029, Yeka will always be in that position to gain his normal relevant. And Liberian, there are just some Liberian who just completely believe in Yeka. Trust me, they will continue believing Yega. And Yega will be on that trend. But let's see how the treasury things in 2029 for the people of district number 10, whether they will keep carrying somebody who just believe in talking and not doing the necessary representation oversight for his people. He's one person who he attends sessions in the morning when he attends session full time, and only one time Yega will end session. What are you achieving for your people in the district that you serve in? There's a lot we need to think about. So I think Yeke does not believe in the normal unique way of conversation. Let's leave Yeke, let him do what he can do, because he actually feel within himself. He has some of those immunity as a representative. 2029 is coming. 2029 will speak for itself. But I think it was a great show. Thanks for having me on here. I think we will actually try to be more active. I want to say thanks to all those who actually share the show, Brother Josh. It's always a good thing to share the platform with you, because we feel that TDC viewers matter to strengthen our democracies. Thank you for having me, Emmy.
No problem. Go ahead, George.
Am I going to be last?
Yeah.
Okay.
George or Famula? Famula, Nita.
George.
All right.
And about Tana, your chat don't me. What's going on?
No, not you.
Oh, good. Okay, guys. For our own education, treason can be committed by any of us. Treason is not a crime that is say, oh, if you are in power, then you can commit treason. No, anybody is capable of committing treason.
Mm-hmm.
So if I say now that I learn, if the parameter set to define treason is to say the land we're trying to claim is for Guinea, then of course I've committed treason, but that's not the case. And what you are saying about Yeke and saying that Yeke, because he has power, so we say that because he's playing as a propaganda in Guinea, that means he has committed treason. Does not hold any water. That's the thing. If you want if I want a friend, I want a friend who is aware of national security because I want to be informed. If at all we want to agree that Yeke Koloba spoke of national security meetings that he has attended, or the national secrecy know, and he was telling us that don't go and challenge any Guinean soldier with your colors, your single barrel. That land is for the Guineans. I think it would save Liberian lives than the boy who already shot in his leg, who is actually maybe still in the hospital or not. It was going to be better. So I see nothing wrong with what Jacques Koloba said. I would say if I have that same information, say don't go put yourself in harm's way. That land that we say we get, that we don't get it, that Guinea get it. And it will save lives. So I don't disagree with Jacques. And I don't see anything that he's done that is worrying all the Walubalu that is going on. The second thing I want to say is that the Election Commission is a sacred place. It's a place that has to do with fairness, that has to do with transparency, that has to do with impartiality.
Yep.
So if anyone has any qualms about the partiality of one of the commissioners, is an issue that they can raise. And when CDC was in power, UP raised it. You don't think? Maybe we are our memory span is very short, but I think we're here when Bagai said, if they cheat this country, blah 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 blah. I don't want to say it. The thing he was saying is that
Yeah,
the Election Commission.
If y'all let them rig this election,
Yeah.
this country will finish.
Yeah.
With all the looting
That's what
they're
he said.
doing, with all the stealing they're doing. If y'all let them rig the election,
you taking my time. Let me go ahead, Mama.
Yeah,
I know
happy
that's
to
what
go
you said.
ahead.
Yeah. No. So you say if they let them to rig election, it will have to do with, guess who announced the rigging of the election is the Election Commissioner. The proper one is one that has been appointed by President Boakai. And you know why President Boakai made that statement? Because he had little or no trust in the Election Commissioner at the time. That's why he made that threatening remarks about the existence of our country. So for now, it was threatening. Our country will be no more. I mean, that's a threat. I don't care how you look at it. It's a threat. For you to say particulars thing that it will be out of existence, it will be destroyed completely. Even if it's literal or figurative, it's still not a good statement. So when he said that, he meant that he didn't trust the Election Commissioner. So for somebody to come here because it is now Wakai's time to appoint, and CDC say we don't trust this person, and then you say it's cowardice or you start to call out names, it just shows how intolerant the bunch of you guys are. Just so intolerant that you don't want to have any voice that is going to be contrary to your voice. As we can see now, Prophet Key is in prison. You want to remove Yeke Koloba. Just close your eyes for a moment and just think about it. Getting rid of these people. Only because they are not saying things in your favor. It just shows or just portrays the utmost ability of exercising intolerance at the highest level, at the zenith. And then you will make CDC look like an angel. Because at least during CDC time, these people spoke. We spoke as well. We used our voice. We did not imprison them. We did not, expel them. Adekoya himself was suspended for something that he did. He's still back in the legislature. So it's just going to make CDC look like an angel for the behavior that you guys are applying. That everybody will say, hallelujah, the king. But as I said, Sabu know the weight of a casement bag. We are here watching.
What's that?
And we'll continue to watch. And my brother Davis, who here causing, My man, you get tired costing me. I'll be right here. I'll listen to you.
Fuck
You
off.
you get tired costing me.
I never cost.
Eh?
Never.
Okay, no problem.
Everybody
If
want.
you cost, if you cost, I don't vest, my man. I don't vest. Anything you say,
Anyway,
yeah, I will listen. I will listen to you. But guess what? One of the things I know is that I will exercise that superiority, right? That will make me not to be provoked easily. You know what I mean? That mental strength, that emotional intelligence, I will always exhibit it. So we are here. We are here, but we understand that we are on different sides of the aisle, and you guys can say whatever you want. But I just want to remind you that what was bad yesterday is still bad,
Oh my God.
regardless of who is in power. Whatever you condemn yesterday is still condemnable today. And guess who's going to condemn it? We will condemn it.
Thank you.
It's regardless of how you feel. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful time. It's daytime here. It's what time is it? Wednesday, almost 3 p.m. here.
Finish.
Yeah, Wednesday,
Go
3
ahead,
That's
p.m.
the
here. Have a
longest
wonderful time.
monologue I've heard. Longest monologue.
My
And
man,
I don't really know.
I was just watching your video clip just now. When they call
Listen,
you and say she don't born. And you
no,
say the boy fine. You say say
what
yes.
George,
So just forget what I was. I mean, I
George,
thought you already closed.
no, I'm not close yet.
Okay.
And let me just close quickly. You know,
That's playing at me.
what a great show. You know, I've been away for a little while because of some issues.
I told the people already.
Yeah, some issues, but we stay around. Whenever we see fit, we're gonna show up and contribute our quota. But as I've always said on the show, Liberia is a country that is impregnated with contradictions, and it's always important that we have everybody from different group, political institution to come and sit around the table to discuss the issue of reality. Let's discuss the issue. So I do not have to agree with Josh, and I do not have to agree with anybody, but I have to maintain and the respect across the board, respect people's
Absolutely.
opinion, and also I also respect seniority. You know, even if I do not agree with what you say, but once you see on me, I have to give you the courtesy because you know they say the younger men
We are
will
Africans.
dream dreams and the older folks will see vision. So I don't know, George, I don't know where your vision is, but your vision bearer can already show us what you can do. But anyway, let me just leave it like that. Concerning this whole Yege Koruba and Uru Balu and thing, and I've said it long ago. It's just that Liberia is just a country where we always appreciate bad folks who do not contribute much to the country. We always appreciate them. Even during the 2023 elections, I have never been a fan of Yeke Koluba. I have never been his fan. I've never stood with him on any manner and form in which he did his advocacy.
Mm-hmm.
And this reckless and loose talking, where someone who is being paid by taxpayer dollars, anyway, you get called by the country around, he can never measure himself with Josh Weah or any other person who have entered the executive mansion. Let's get forget about, let's get forget about every other thing, but he can never be. So that particular cliche of always saying, "Oh, I'm talking for the Liberian people," already know what you're up to. Look, we have on earth, we have opened the eyes of our people. We know now that the emperor is naked.
What naked?
So people already see you. You still that playbook you took for CDC, you think I'm going to bring it here and you think we don't know what you up to? It does that even make sense? You want to use that same playbook to keep going on, you think you're going to win election again? That playbook not going to work, and that is the reason why this you problem there. Anytime CDC stand with somebody of that nature, you know that person is their doom. Just know how much money they someone for that spend in the country until you CDC call him the ATM, the working ATM, and he was massively whipped by Senator Dillon. And guess what? We all running, you guys running around about one other survivor you're running around. I don't know who are drowning or who drowned somewhere or who got resuscitated, who your DCPR on the passing around the saying survivor. Y'all bring that survivor again. We the one will do the final CPR on him and we'll take the last support from on internet on it now. That survivor you're running around with, y'all will bring that survivor. So we can remove, we'll get to the remaining oxygen for on now. We'll take that life support machine for on. So you take a final breath and we'll finish that whole survival story. Listen, Yege Koluba already know that he made a big mistake.
He does.
And I'm not a reason why Spoon running around, he's trying to kick the can down the road. We already know what Stanton doing because it was on his platform that Yege had his verbal diarrhea. And he sat over there and a man who lacks the basic understanding. And that's the reason why I created that video and I posted how the veteran journalist Gibson Jehu described Yeke. And when you saw Yeke, when Yeke came by, the only thing he had to tell Jehu was that he looked at amoeba. So you see that type of man. That type of man who had no understanding. And he had no understanding about what it means to be an honorable man. He only dabbled in numbers. And he in fact, he professed it on, I think that yesterday, one of the videos I saw on the internet, you were saying, he said, guys, you don't know me. I like noise. A man who always think that noise he's not making noise for elaborate people. Where you get Koluba family today? And you get already name all property. He lays a property, how he get property in. He said he get property in London. Today I even heard about the London property. But I already told you, I said don't count the other property in Lebanon because the RDF already bombed that property. So get forget boy. That Lebanon property, get forget boy.
When has he ever went to London?
Where you get called, maybe he get it through third party. So I don't know how. I say as small too much talking again. You doing you go loud today. He said get property in London, you get property in Lebanon, you get property in Ghana, you get property in I don't know where. Or now Georgia was giving the man money to go buy property all over for them. So today he's coming now to look at the country already at a crossroad where we're trying to find peaceful resolution. And after fighting your diabetes and your kidney failure in Ghana, as soon as you come out, the small energy they put in you, the small insulin they gave you, as soon as you reach on the airport, you get open your mouth. And, as usual. Unpatriotic element. That's the reason why we call it sentimental naive. You don't understand simple thing. You love maker. That's the reason why you get called about never employ any smart person in your office. Because people who you employ in your office will give you guidance and give you sound advice to help you. But he can't do it. But George, today you are angry because we have a president that is not impulsive. President Bwaka is not impulsive. This is one of the presidents that does his due diligence. Excuse me. And people think that President Bwaka is slow in taking decision simply because he does a due diligence. President Bwaka, every decision the president makes, he does his consultation. And that's the reason why citizens y'all always be confused. You're running with Joker on the side, you're running with another person on the side, and in the end, President Bwaka took somebody else, and you're confused now. You're running around, you're confused because the president is a heavy sin. That man you see over there is a prophecy. He came to Liberia through a prophecy. If you don't believe in that prophecy, then that means you don't even know what your own existence is about.
Thank you, family.
So conclusively, let me conclude, Amy. Conclusively, because I don't know when I will come back here.
Oh,
Let
so
me
you
con-
finish us?
yeah, I don't know when I'll come back on the show, but anytime I get a chance, I'm gonna come. But let me conclude. The lawmaker,
Sure.
the 55th legislature, it is before them now. We are watching them. All that quagmire, all that noise you making now, all that. Yeah, you have 20 press conference in the end. You go. Funati, when you go. How long will CDC make noise for? How long? CDC can make noise for long. CDC think that 1 week, 1 week in the gossip mill, and it will trash that thing, and it will be history. Then you go wait for 2029 again. He'll come back, but he long been going until that right over there. He was arrested. It was almost there when Saul was going to prosecute a Christian, and he got arrested. Now how he got arrested? He is saying I didn't believe it. He tried to twist his own word, and that word he want to try to twist it back. He not tin. He not have press conference. He said,
That's why I want to play this video.
He will never ever repeat that word again. After the particular line he draw will show him how when fire fall over Pantax, the heat that inside I can kill the person. Now the fire inside can kill somebody in the house. That the heat and the smoke from inside it didn't weigh in now. But I mean, what a great show. We hope that we reach the country all the best.
So let me play this something real quick.
This is your Yeke Koluba.
Why I do my closing on this?
The man who always talking for
I want to
people.
show George something. I want to show George something. So let me play it. Where's the player?
Your computer in front of you, then you ask me how?
You will hear me saying it. Mr. Parker is aware. Let Mr. Parker inform the Liberian people that that's the situation. That's the reason why they are not sending AFL there.
So,
but Zuma should be very concerned. So you can so Yagasi, Yagasi, please play that recording for the public's sake. Where I said it belonged to Guinea. I have said Mr. Parker is aware that when he went to Guinea, that's my statement. And when he gave you the tape to play, you will hear me saying it. Mr. Parker is aware. Let Mr. Parker inform the Liberian people that that's the situation. That's the reason why they are not sending AFL there.
So,
but Zuma should be very concerned.
Are you saying you did not make the statement that the Solomba Bola area over there belongs to Guinea? Is that what
Let play the recording for the audience sake. Let me give you the recording play for the audience sake.
Okay, so yeah, let me see if I can get that recording.
Yeah. Get the recording that I am saying that play belongs to Guinea. I have said Mr. Parker is aware that the Guinea president told him that play belongs to Guinea. That's my statement, and I stand by it.
On the recording about just hang up the loud. We will play the statement and then recall you to maybe address.
I want to see. Don't grab one asset. Don't grab something from the statement to say, or we'll call about say they play for Guinea. Play the recording. If that even 5 minutes that they play, so the LeBron can listen to what I said.
We have the statement here. Let's play that. Let's play that right here. Okay, here is it.
From my information, from my survey that I have done, that place is for the Guineans. Remember what I'm saying today. Mark this. From my information, from my survey that I have done, that place is for the Guineans. Remember what I'm saying today. Mark this and remember. We had an argument today. We were plenty. From my information, from my survey that I have done, that place is for the Guineans. Remember what I'm saying today. Mark this and remember. We had an argument today. We were plenty. People from Lofa were there. And people from Lofa know very well that place, when you look at the map, that place is in the yellow. That particular place the Guinea are is in the yellow. People from Lofa are aware, they are informed, they are convinced. But let me tell you what's part of the situation, Stanton.
I think that is enough. Let's try to read. I think Honorable Yeka Koluba has been listening. Let's try to recall Honorable Yeka Koluba because this is what he said on the phone talk. That wasn't edited. That is Mr. Yeka Koluba representing the Yeka Koluba's own voice. And I'm recalling him. I'm recalling him. Honorable Yeka Koloba, did you listen? Did you listen to the statement?
So Yekezi,
Yeah.
Yekezi, let me encourage my brother, to take his case, to push his case. And I wish him well in what he
Honorable
wants.
Koloba, do you now agree that you made a statement?
Yekezi,
Based on what was played, do you agree that you made a statement?
Yekezi,
Yeah.
I want you to understand today that Honorable Monaba are taking on an issue. I want to encourage.
You liar. You can't even admit to you being caught with your appendixes down. But anyways, let me also read it, George. Treason is a crime of betraying one country defined in the Constitution, strictly as levying war against the United States only, or adhering to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort. It's required an overt act witnessed by two or confessed in court. So treason, when we talk about treason, what Yeke did over there as a lawmaker that you're trying to minimize or trying to water down, right? Even him himself know that what he did was wrong. That's why he can't even admit to it. He keep trying to lie and he getting caught. Today, in today's world, you sit on the internet to say something, then you want to deny it. I say we're talking about something that you say in the 1900s, right? He knows he was doing one of his rhetoric talking, and he opened his mouth. Every time because he stayed 4 months, he come back. Nobody hear him, but you get let me make some noise so people can hear me. And he said the wrong thing. Yeke is a lawmaker. No one is saying George can commit treason. That's not what we're saying. No one is saying Emmy can commit treason. That is not what we're saying. But this guy is a lawmaker, right? A country invading your sovereignty. Who best to say? You don't even know your own history. According to you don't even go to school. Because if you did, you would know. He says it all the time. I'm not saying that. If you did, you would know that what you're talking about his Soviet. When Yeke Koloba ever did a Soviet? Where? Just for him to open his mouth and say something. Where did he ever? Who the Lofian that ever sat with him and agree with him to say, "Oh, that piece of land for Guinea"? He would never point them out and bring them up. All the things you and I say, and people are sitting on social media trying to spike the fire, and we keep telling them to stop that. The Guinean authorities are not playing at some bikes, like we said. Because Yeke is a lawmaker, and what he said was wrong. This is not about politics. Because he sat here and said, Parfeki is in jail today, and yesterday Yeke because you don't like what they say. What is that? Are you being honest with yourself? You're not. Just Yeke, let me tell you, sorry. Yeke is making noise. When Yeke sitting there, when he was insulting President Bouaka, running all around saying all kind of thing to that man that he never even settled, that can born him and his wife, that he never even settled yet. Because no one is paying him no money. He's trying to put them harder because that's where he feel comfortable, like you said. So like you said, that what CDC was doing to him, running behind him, they're throwing rice and out. They're taking Yeke to fool. They're making him look like and fooling some of us that Yeke knew what he was doing. You know, it's not happening with him. Yeke has been exposed. Yeke has been like formula said, naked. We all see Yeke for who he is now, because a responsible group of people made us to see that. Now the other people did not make us to see that because they were playing his games with him, and now they want to blame somebody and say, "Oh, and he was doing it, and y'all were joining it, and y'all were doing it." No, they're leaving the fact that this guy got a sympathy vote because of what they were doing to him, because they were not mature enough and responsible enough to leave him alone to expose himself like this government is doing. So they always want to play the victim when he's doing something, when people try to reprimand, oh, Yeke was doing, who gives a damn? Who said anything about what Yeke was doing 6 years ago? Where did Yeke ever go sit on a platform 6 years ago to say that Liberia land belongs to Guinea? And nobody said anything about it, and everybody was hearing him. George would never present a tip here. George would never state an instant here that ever happened. They always want to put together we are. Oh, and you are doing it to we are. Oh, and you are doing it to we are. Who's talking about we are? Who cares about we are? We're talking about Liberia. We don't care about we are. What did Jagger do to we are that he haven't done to President Boyka? Where do you see anybody telling Yeke should be impeached because he insulted President Boyka? Yeke should be impeached because nobody's saying that. No one ever, nobody even gave, the only person that even gave Yeke one steam and everybody went at him was Mike Javatel. Since then, who can even get the time of the day when he's doing it? Boyka, when they were talking about national issues, he sat on that platform. For him to respond, all he will respond, Boyka is a very irresponsible man. Boyka is a dude, the issue. What do you think? What is your take on the issue? Jagger has nothing to offer. We did not know that 6 years ago because George was screening were running behind him all over the place. So we thought they were stopping him from doing his work. This is what they're not understanding. Nobody is chasing anybody. Nobody is talking about somebody should arrest somebody because they don't like them or they don't do that. Because that would be you fooling yourself. Because Jagger had insulted President Boyka. He was not even president yet. He had not even been sworn in yet. For his own kind of gesture, he did as if he took money and gave it to President Boyka, and President Boyka was taking it to give it to somebody else. He started his nonsense. No one had ever said anything to Yeke about that. But when it comes to your country, it should be a different situation. You can't just keep allowing everybody to keep doing stuff like that, especially a lawmaker. He gets away with it. Guess what? This is why Liberia is the way it is. Because when the people who's supposed to make the law, when they're getting away with all of these things, the innocent person does it. What will you do? The lawmaker didn't get it away with. They just do. They're not something with our own law. No, what he did was wrong. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how much politics they want to play with this. He needs to be impeached. He's the one. He knows it's wrong. That's what he's trying to lie about it now. He knows it's wrong. Anyway, I stand by it. I stand by it. Yeah, you can bring the survey that he did. And he bring it to us. The play where he came from Ghana out of the plane and he just went and did survey and he and the Lofian sat down and they said, oh, yeah, you know what? We saw these people there. If for them, let him bring a group of people, let him bring the survey, his mouth, he put his mouth in something, but he bit something that he more than he could chew. Now he got stuck in it. He can't bring his mouth and he's talking about, and let a man go take up a case. You can't even admit. You got caught lying. You can't even admit. Now he's having press conferences all over the place. We don't care what anybody, they can play politics all the world. But example needs to be set. And if it's him, if anybody wants to say that because of Boyka, that's their business. Let them say it. But something has to change in Liberia, and that's what we voted for change. We cannot keep doing the same thing over and over. We voted for change, and since Liberian people are not used to change, they will always want to come and equip something to something that does not even make sense, that is not the same thing, just to run with politics. This is not business as usual. Yeke is a lawmaker. He needs to have a control of himself. You want to insult the president, he can do that. But when it comes to the land Liberia, he's sworn, he's getting paid taxpayer dollars. He's sworn by the Constitution to do his work to protect the land, the state. He not to be selling it to somebody, to be making statement that somebody will be using and be running around with it to do what the wrong thing they're doing to do it more. That is wrong, and he needs to be held accountable for it. And we don't care what anybody says. That's my stand on it. Well, thank you everyone for coming tonight on our Homo platform in Washington. Continue to share this show. Continue to share. We appreciate you for always hanging out with us. We're the last voice you hear before you go to bed, right? You were in America. And the ones in Liberia, I know, and George will see Judgment Day before us. It's already a Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday, almost, what time is it now? Wednesday, almost 4 o'clock.
And we'll just go into Wednesday now. So,
We appreciate
Oh man, my eyes, it's hot here, so my eyes, the sun affects my eyes. So.
You see what
How you do it when you go to Liberia? How you get managed when you go to Liberia?
I wear glasses, so that country, I get a capacity, especially Buakai. He promised us to put air conditioning in the air, you not do it yet. But yeah, so that is.
You need to be when I fly over Broad Street, man. You see what you like.
When they say how, man, you put no air conditioning in the air. You see, you're gonna bring investors. That fish, you go sell fish to. You go sell fish to Hamilton Hotel got that way.
What about the kid president who bring Ghanaian investor a girlfriend as the airport to be arrest?
At least you saw somebody. They want you, but nobody here.
Ego, we see the plane.
The way I get boost and open Mura said, all the women there, the beautiful women there in the warrior saying,
the airport, you brought a girlfriend. That Ghanaian was
George, who told you? Well, let me not say before they come after.
Yeah, keep it to yourself.
Free.
Don't follow the guy. He can talk all the assaulted, but when you go respond and then you say you insulting him. But everybody say George, we are girlfriend. You're not crying, my man. You're not crying. In our society, African society, you can get as many women. You can get as many women as you want. My grandfather had 4 wives.
Doing duty free in Ghana airport.
It was not a crime. My grandfather had 4 wives.
Yeah, all
about why accusation you can get make it.
The other thing I'm talking at the image. Giving duty free to Ghanaian to say. Anybody that travel that time drink your water, the Ghanaian was to duty free.
Amy, let's go offline, yeah, man. Thank you so much.
Hello, Josh.
But I'm not lying.
When you say, George, you recharge.
No.
George will go to hell before us. You right, Lena.
I'm not gonna help me. I'm gonna have it.
I don't know hell.
They know the person on the bread that time was doing low buka.
There you go.
Got the president in Nigeria.
My man, why can't one do it, but he ain't able.
What?
So what said? Why got nothing? So what's the problem? So forget about that thing. So what's the problem for Bwaga? So how you dance? Forget that thing, my man.
You don't even dance on your own song. It's not a musician, you know that? Tan as musician.
My man, that man can be selling drugs. They're not musician. They get musician, they get drug dealer. They work at how? Call one Tata music.
When all the musicians in Liberia get together to sing it.
I say call one Tata music. You said that musician. I say call one Tata music. I call Joey music. My man, wait, my man. I see you, yeah. I see you.
Huh?
That George, I said parboiling. You really went.
What gonna parboiling? That ain't that Tata made that song. That group of musicians, yeah, for himself for him to make noise.
Was he in it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, in it. My pa game ball. That all you were saying, my pa game ball. Tonight you move it and he said, "Mama, I get money, yo." You get it, the lay web power. That's all you're doing. Not no musician. I get no music. Come to all the dance. But then let me when.
You know,
the way to walk that problem. You doing you how to hold your hand to game from up the set down. Then I met with dance. My man, stop that thing, man. We're talking here. Let's talk about the policy that will help our country. Now, when I become senator in Liberia. The policy I'm gonna put tax on cigarettes to make sure that our people get health care. I'll put extra 50 cents.
Let me get this straight. Mr. Dale, please, come on, with me something. You want to run. Jefferson Clergy wants to run. So which one of y'all winning? Which? Oh,
Run what this way?
They don't got plenty for the B. So, George, how y'all doing this?
Look, for me, if Jefferson Coaches wants to run, I will give him I will give him the opportunity to do that, and I will support him. The reason
Why?
is simple.
Mhm.
Because the lies that
Are
people
we
told
up now,
about him.
Amy? Oh, we still
No, we
going.
still on the
Okay.
lie that people told about him.
Amy,
If
you go
our
offline, but I don't know.
if other people, they will commit suicide. But a strong person like him, because can you imagine? Let me tell you, Amy. They say he killed people. Those people that he killed, they didn't get family members to come forward. They put him in jail, they didn't get body. All that thing they say he had Sabu unit. The Sabu unit up to this time, nobody can testify and say, yeah, I will want a Sabu unit.
Is that what
When they
makes
say
him qualified to be senator?
no, Amy. I said the reason why I say a qualification.
I think it's better you're off the
Our
line,
laws
because
can qualify you. But the reason why I was supporting that, what I'm trying to say. So when you're talking about qualification, that only our laws, the electoral laws, that can qualify people. But the reason why I support them because of electoral qualification, and because of what the people done, and they feel that they can do more. That's why they can support them, Amy.
Well, that's the qualification. What do you think the president?
No, Amy, that's not qualifications. So your qualification is what qualifies you to stand for the position.
Okay,
for people to
so
support you.
If George were to become the election or the chairman or the campaign chairman for Koji, you and I win capital.
I'm telling you, come and talk about
That
Sabu
reason-
unit and all the one in here. What's that?
I'm reason and getting that.
Okay. I'm telling you the reason why I was supporting. Why I'm supporting him, there are other things I will say. I'm telling you the reason why I was supporting because he suffered too much. He's a survivor. The lies you lie on that particular board. If I want to support myself, it's gone.
You see what can happen to our country? Because somebody he clean in his mind that somebody lie on somebody, so that qualify him to that gave him the qualification or gave him the I don't know what else to call it, the technical know-how to become a senator for the biggest county in our country, Maserati. The country that he was.
Besides singing at St. Moses Funeral Parlor, show me Dillon's qualification.
I should show you Dillon's qualification
Yeah,
compared to
qualification, yeah. But besides singing at the funeral parlors, St. Moses Funeral Parlors.
But what's the
What is the
qualification for
qualification?
somebody becoming senator first?
And the whole thing said, then she want to demean me because I said the thing that.
Whoa. Don't.
But the conversation was not really around qualification.
Exactly.
I mean,
But she want to turn into qualification.
Your reason you were getting, I think that was the reason Amy went that
Exactly.
that route.
No, but guess what? Now the reason I gave him, that my reason. You can get your reason. I said the man suffer too much. He suffered too much. And somebody who served, I said the mayor for 6 years. Somebody who served, I said the mayor for 6 years. You didn't get any experience? Didn't get any experience? 6 years of being city mayor of the biggest city in Liberia.
And what did he do?
That way, man.
He do that?
But why are you disappointed?
Manager said for 6 years. That's what he did.
Why are
He
you
managed
disappointed?
He do that. What was the change?
That's what we say. He managed the city. I mean, he managed the city. He managed the city.
I will make Jefferson Kochi change anything in the Senate. What did
But
he
now-
change in Monrovia?
Now what brought we as president?
It's a Senate mayor that makes him qualified or makes him whatever you want to call it to be a
The city was the dirtiest city.
senator
The dirtiest.
of Montserrat. That Dillon is not doing. That he will be better than Dillon to do. What is that? What has he done as a city mayor that we can put
What has
back
Dillon done?
and say, look,
What has Dillon done? What legislation Dillon have put forward?
No. You the one here telling him because Jefferson Kosi suffer, so you want to put him as senator.
But at the same thing that bro, we have to power. They say we are get the country at hand.
Exactly.
So,
Because
you
he not
disappointed?
supposed to, you want to take our country and our content and give it to him.
Okay.
before he
Let
get in
me just blast me for my own yeah. Blast me, but I will vote for. So you want, if you don't want me,
people like yo. Well, that's
Yes.
the reason. You don't make
yeah,
somebody.
you're the reason, the same reason you gave when you say we're treating Jaga Kuruba bad. Why you voted for him?
No,
You put the
no,
qualification,
no.
Jaga Kuruba bad because you said since you are going after him.
Listen
You
to
said
me.
since you are going after him, that's why you voted for him. Then like you hear what But Amy, forget about that thing. Let's talk something else.
was already a lawmaker. CDC
No,
was not giving him
if you're not
chance to
voting
do
for him, you're
his
not going to be
job.
a lawmaker again. If you're not going to vote for him again, you're not going to be a lawmaker, but you want to vote for him because you said we're giving him hard time. And I reason again, you said, no, I'm finished here. I'm finished. I'm finished your talk. Yeah. You said we voted for Yege Koroba because Yege Koroba, you CDC were giving him a hard time. Because he said CDC were not being mature on him. And so we made you to believe that we're giving him a hard time. He could do something, but we're not giving him a chance to do it, right? And I'm trying to tell you too as well.
Because you want to be
Well, yeah, but okay, I finished. Go explain.
So I'm right
Go
here.
explain.
This is what I said. Listen to me and listen well. Yege Koroba was already a lawmaker, right? He was trying to perform his duty, but he was being hunted down. He was being chased around because he was not supporting George Weah. He was a lawmaker. He was being told in chamber that he would get whooped. He was all of these things had some of us who did not know this man thinking that he wanted to do his job, but you guys was not giving him the chance. Yege Koroba was not sitting down for me to know him, the Koji, to know that he has been he had a position that he done nothing. Then I said, oh, because they were chasing him, then he do no. Don't I'm not that naive to put somebody in a position as a Maserati senator because somebody allowing or because you feel that he suffered. Because this is why our country
I don't know what happened to my phone.
the whole time. Because people just get
Yeah, that phone won't sleep, my man. You guys say you are sleeping on the show. The phone won't sleep. Go to bed.
Wrong reasons.
In my own country,
Okay, I mean, you're right.
they
And we
start
can
to
discuss
pull
everything.
me down.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Now I'll tell the country in the way. I'll give it to black guy.
In my own country.
Hi, Mr. Derry, you just having a conversation that he was not doing
LeBron
as
can
being
bring a lot of
mayor
crazy
as
people on the
Monrovia.
internet
I just want you to
and
point
make
out
them
one
president.
thing that is standing out as his legacy that he did so well in that city that would make that when he
Christian
became
man,
a
Jefferson
senator for
Koji
the
will make him
whole
senator.
country. He
1%
was
say he will not get it most of
we
our country.
always
The
said
BCDC.
that we always said the house is our problem
The
in the
one
country.
citizen will vote against him.
We always say the Capitol building is our problem. Then instead of us looking for people who know how, if you moving a man that did law,
In
then you
my
say moving
own
somebody to call
country.
Jefferson Kochi. Are you kidding? Like seriously? Is that what we
Yeah.
because of what partisan?
Em-
Or because we like the person, or because the person not suffer? Then we
Amy,
don't
let you
vote.
tell me what Dillon has done. What has Dillon done?
They don't have done
Besides tracking
everything.
joke, what has Dillon done? Tell me, give me what he has done. Then I would be the argument be good.
Okay, thank you. So number one, Dylan is not a saint. Dylan is not perfect. But if you put
Then
a
you see what
Jefferson
we're going
Kochi
here.
down and you put a Dylan down,
They don't get a lot of
Amy,
legal.
you're not comparing here. You're not comparing here. You're not comparing here. Just tell me what he's done. I'm not saying you're comparing with anybody. Just tell me what he's done. That's what we're here for.
They don't get a lot of legal.
if you ask me, you gotta
experience.
give me a chance to talk. You can't tell me
All
what to
right.
do, not to do.
You
If
gotta
Dylan and
prove it.
Jefferson
But what I'm
Kochi in
doing
their
now?
lives, I gotta compare them both to take the best.
No,
That's
you're
what
not.
I'm telling you. I'm
My
not
question
just
was simple,
gonna
Amy.
watch a
You are
brown
answering
book.
my question, right, Amy? And you're answering my question. My
But you
question
let
is,
me
what has
answer.
Dillon
You
done?
keep texting
Yeah,
me
but
to
don't start
answer a
comparing
question.
somebody with somebody else. Dillon, he said, Koji has not become a senator before, so you cannot compare two of them.
He
If
become
they
a
are,
senator.
if he had entered, if
A
he had been a senator
he
before,
did
they would say,
nothing. They still a mayor
Amy,
that
Senate mayor work different from senatorial work. So just tell me what Dillon has done, then we'll go
exactly.
ahead
That's
on
a
the other
smaller
one.
position that he could have managed and he didn't. So why give him a bigger one? You think how you said it yourself. Dylan has done
Oh.
a lot. Dylan has brought everything you see people running on Facebook now, running to come run their mouth now. Where did you learn salary of those people? Where did you
How has the salary
learn?
changed our lives? We say what he's done. We say what can I change for he rent? Somebody can be anybody can run
It's
change
changing
for
for
it.
them to
What has
you.
he done? So
Guess
you
what?
voted
Those
for him to
social
no salary. You
those-
voted for him to no salary.
Listen
You voted
now.
for him to no salary. So you know the salary that how to change us.
He
Yeah,
campaigned
man,
on
y'all
it.
stop it here, man.
He campaigns on
Let's
it.
stop that.
And those Cheche Pole got you to know what's going on in your Senate right now that you never knew before. He's
Amy,
the one who has been putting a bill, offering a bill for a salary to reduce. For
how
those
many years now you spend there?
Okay,
How
is
many
he the
years you
only
spend
one?
there?
Is he the only one who can pass that bill?
I said what he's done. I said what how many of them? I said group
What
of them.
he's done?
Him.
Aren't you listening?
No, Amy, a person can proffer a bill and that bill pass. Amy, listen. Let me tell you this here quickly. For a work to be done, there should be a force and should be a distance, right? So work equal force and distance. So I'm going to hold it about that day. when I'm moving from here down there, the force I use and the distance I travel, when you multiply it equal to the work that I've done. So when you making a bill is nothing. But when that bill passes,
yes.
when that bill passes, then it becomes something that you have achieved, Amy. Writing a bill, anybody can write a bill.
Okay.
Now can write a bill for you. But if it ain't passed, it mean nothing. So I said, what has he done? Just to crack joke on radio station?
No, he's
And
done a lot.
to tell say, oh, the person making this, that is this I'm making. That all. What has he done for us, the people? I want to know, Amy.
Well, you're not listening, because if you did, you would hear what I said.
No, you have not said anything.
If you're talking about force and moving, guess what? Guess how the Senate works? There are 30 senators in there. One person does not make one thing happen. Okay?
Goodbye, Amy.
And the rest of them are not. Oh, you want to go now? Since you know,
I want to go because the whole argument we're not ending, because what you are saying is completely different from what we're talking about. Amy, we did not vote for all the senators. We did not vote for all the senators. We voted for DeLong. We tell you what DeLong has done. They say group of people again. That what Amy, I told people I said to go in the house.
The way you argue,
have to be able.
Let me know the way you argue. Is I don't know what to give you, right?
Yeah, don't use that word.
What you want to hear, but you don't want to hear the truth of the argument. I'm telling you what he has done. Then you telling me that, oh, we voted for every senator. Don't come here and can't lie to anybody and say you didn't vote for something you voted for. You did not vote for DeLong. Every senator in that house was voted for, and they all need to work together. They all need to pass the bill. They all need to vote on it for it to pass and become a law or sent down to whatever. So you don't come here and can't tell me and sit on a platform. You will not even tell me one thing that what DeLong has done in that Senate. If Judge Riel, when he was senator, what one thing he had done, you will not say it. You will not say it. Then you won't come make the argument out of something you're talking about.
Amy, let me say something. Let me say something.
No, let me finish. You keep forcing your word the way you want to make it seem like, oh, what DeLong has done. I told you what DeLong. You're not listening to what DeLong has done because I'm naming them. You couldn't name one thing that Kochi. All right, I agree with you. Let's move DeLong. DeLong is a bad, according to you, in your head. What is it that Kochi can do to change anything? What did he do as a city mayor? What can you point to that when he become a senator, God forbid, that he will change anything? The problem we have with our house, for him to change anything in there, what can Okoji change in the Senate that he did all the example that he did as a city mayor that he can do better in the Senate? That when we remove the law, that Okoji will be a better fit.
Okay. Amy, thank God you have agreed that DeLong has done nothing.
No, I did not agree.
Besides, because you haven't given any reason, Amy.
I did.
Because guess what?
Guess what?
Amy, you didn't give me any. You didn't give me any to work with. You say you told how much they making in the Senate.
I gave you things to work with, but you don't want to.
I gave you the floor again. Tell me. The floor is yours. Tell me again. I'm listening. Tell me.
No, you don't want to accept it. I'm not going to sign.
No, I want Amy, but you're going to tell me what I will accept. I say I'm waiting for you now. Tell me what has DeLong done?
You don't want to accept it. So I said, agree. Let's agree with your argument. Okay? Not that I agree. Let's give you.
When you agree, that means DeLong has done nothing.
No, I did not say that.
My argument is that he's done nothing.
Agree with your argument. Let me give you the benefit of the doubt right now. Let me make you feel happy, right?
Okay, good. All right, yeah, good.
About
good.
Koji.
Yeah, Koji.
Campaign right now. Tell me.
No, yeah.
Because I want you to show me what
you just trouble some woman. Here's the thing. Koji managed. Koji
too many times, and since some of us were little, we're not paying attention. Now I'm grown. I'm paying attention to Liberian politics, and some of us will continue to fight for the right people to get there. So you tell me, show me what Koji has done as a city mayor, his trademarks, his legacy, something that changed Monrovia, and he become a citizen. Become a senator. God forbid, will do something like we complain about our capital building being our country's problem. Moving somebody like DeLong and putting a Kochi there. What is the change that he's gonna bring to that place?
Okay, so let me tell you, if you go down Wallace today, You see the market stores that are there? Like people used to say on the road and car could not pass through. Jefferson Kochi is the one that built all the market stores to make sure that place is spatial and conducive for the people. They built bathrooms for people to when they go down there so that they can use it. Kochi's project. Kochi, even though the city was not as clean as we wanted it because there were financial constraints, like even now, if you go to Moira now, you yourself here, you will get angry
It's
with this
way
government.
better.
Amy, you haven't been there, so don't say it's way better. You
It's
have
same
been
people
there.
sitting out looking at it, like someone sitting out looking at
Amy,
it.
they poo water that on Galley Street. They poo water. I couldn't walk from my car. I want to buy the proposed soup. They gone down. I couldn't get out from my car because my shoe would get in the poo water. The poo water was soaked all there, but people still pass it going.
You're talking
The
about
poo water,
separating
and guess
problem
what? It's
with
yellow
trash,
poo
you're
water.
making the
Yeah.
city clean, and you're talking about separating problem. Wow, how is that a Kochi's problem, a separating problem? We're talking about keeping the city clean. Then you talking about separating?
Are you serious?
We're
Amy?
talking about the trash. We're talking about the
Are you
stink. We're talking
serious?
about all of those things that we're talking about.
Are you serious?
The
That sewage
separating
is not
thing
is
is
sewage
also-
sewage is not part of it.
The
Sewage
sewage
is
is
not
not
part
him.
of it.
It's not. Yeah, he can regulate that, but it's not him doing the job. That's what I'm saying. Let's keep on the trash part of it. Leave the sewage part of it. Let's keep on the trash part of it because that's the
Amy,
easiest one. The
Now
easiest
you
one to
now
remove it.
now you know what is happening now. Now they are building a big wall on Central Street just to block the dirt from coming on the road. It is stink. I drove past it. They're building wall just to keep the dirt away from the street. They're building a concrete retaining wall. So I'm gonna tell you the problem with Liberia. It is not limited to one administration. We have to work on our country because they stink that on our street. If you go there now, you yourself you give up, you get angry. I went there. I'm telling you that I went there. I will not lie to you. But the problem with Liberia is not because Kochi did not have the willpower to do it, but you also need financial power to be able to implement those things. I mean, I work for the city of Darwin as a project coordinator. You know, even those trucks that can haul the dead. One repair on the truck, some of the truck in 6 months. Those trucks use the money they use not for fuel alone, but it's expensive. We don't have that kind of money to do it. So the city budget.
Wow.
No city budget not even reach our Moira city, the biggest city that we got according to us. The city budget does not even reach 3 million. Amen. The city I work for here, just one small city, we get less than 25,000 people inside here. Guess what? The city budget alone is how they call it? 1.8 billion. Sorry. So for just rubbish disposal, in the millions, maybe 50 million or something like that. So I mean, even the person that does it, I will not blame them when the city is dirty, because that the logistics is not easy. The contractor just to turn the waste into to turn the waste around. The contractor they pay them almost maybe $4 million a year. So we're not going to go there. I'm trying to tell you the easiest thing to be is a lawmaker. The only thing you do, you make law and you have oversight. That's all you do.
Let me tell you
So
what is
you can't tell me say what Kochi did for 6 years to maintain the city, even though we say we're dirty, but it's still dirty now.
Let me
They
tell
sit
you
for
what
6
this city
years.
mayor is doing now. This city mayor has built a waste center place for trash. This city mayor is on the first or what is Saturday.
Where is the trash? What is facility? What is facility located?
I don't know the place's name, but I saw it.
Okay, you saw it.
Don't you know? I always give you evidence. I would drop it in the chat room. I would find it and drop it in it. You know, I'm not here to come be playing your party thing. You know, you should know me better than that. I would if I didn't see it, I would not talk about it. I would find the picture and drop it, and I'll bring it on the show here to make sure for everybody to see it. I don't play that your party game there. Every week or every other first Saturday, those people are in the street. Every trash pile I seen us you want went. There was no way car could get by. It was like a trash palace. A palace in the middle of the street. No way trash could pass. Everywhere I passed was trash and stinking everywhere. It's nothing like that today. You came here and you even testified to it. And now you want to sit on the show because you're running dead campaign for Koji and want to make it. There's no plenty of money. There's no plenty of money. Who told you said we talking about plenty of money? We know there's no plenty of money. But there's nothing he was doing. He was walking in the street all day out like that. Then he get a group of people behind him. Amanda. That's when a rebel country or gangster paradise people are running. Where you see anybody doing that in the street today? That he had money for to do, but he couldn't clean the city. He couldn't do what he's supposed to do. He talking about senator. Why y'all look at Liberia, y'all like the mediocre stuff when it comes to Liberia, but when you're in the Western world, y'all want every best thing for Liberia. You look at a person that's Kochi, they say he will become a senator for Maserado. Are you out of your mind? What is that you can't even talk? You sitting here telling me about budget there, budget that, when even the little one he has, he did nothing with it. Then you want to stand here. We agree. All the things that they don't done in your head, he haven't done anything. Fine, go take it from there. But bring me somebody that you can stand and vouch for, not somebody that coach you to come tell me.
Okay, Amy. Have a wonderful time. Thank you so much. It was nice having a chat with you.
That's one thing you've been doing to Liberia. Some will stand. If they don't want to do the right thing, but we'll be here to educate them. To tell them that it's a new day. That mediocre thing that you always do because the person suffer. So I'll say that so they can enjoy on our content that the players coach is supposed to enjoy because you feel like he suffers. What's that?
I mean, one of the things I learned from you tonight is that you agree that I'm more qualified than Koji. And I thank you for that, for putting that type of confidence in me.
All of that.
But that's how you said. He insists. How you say? You say I'm more qualified than Koji. I'm home about that.
How guarantee you? Let me tell you this, because to be honest, I never seen you having any position as a government official or like the position that he held before. So I cannot compare. You could be better than him. I don't know that for a fact, but yeah. When I don't know you to have any position.
So let me just conclude
from what he has done. So if I was and that's how we judge people here when we're voting for people here. When they were councilman, when they were the representative, before you want to vote for him to become a senator now, or before you want to vote for him to become governor now. Those are the things you look at, the position that they held before. Now because it was studying voting for too long. That made him to go eat by planner. Nah.
But I'm being president. You've seen some for it too much. Okay, let me conclude, Amy. I thank you for the opportunity to be here on your show. It was wonderful talking to you. I learned two things.
All about
I like that. I like the confidence you have in me that I'm more qualified that I shouldn't give.
Yeah, you know
what? I should go there. And the second thing I learned from you tonight is that despite of all of the vote that Dillon has gotten for 6 years now, he's been in the Senate. He's done nothing absolutely. All he does is to go on radio station and talk crap, telling about them to break people's houses down, and not having any plan to see how the people will be housed, when they break their houses down. So I thank you because this is a place where intellectually we disagree and we agree. And we form a powerful Liberia because what we do here, people learn a lot. People can insult me how they want, but people still learn from the things we say here. And like I said, if I'm given the opportunity, people are telling me to go independent, to run independent, and blah blah blah. I'm so studying those proposals that they want to petition me. They want to petition me. The first thing I'm gonna do
for the law is like you. Or whoever, I will rock and be for the Lord every day, every hour. You better don't play with me.
Guess what? It will be surprising because you will be my campaign manager. So if you're gonna rock campaign against your own campaign, then you get serious trouble. So the thing is that we have. Yeah, it's okay, but I'll get eyes on you. I'll get TSOS, technical security on security. So yeah, Liberia, we have to get our country somewhere, and the caliber of people that will put in power will determine how far we can go. And that I believe strongly. And I think experience matters, and also education matters, and also the ability to be able to form a consensus among your colleagues is one of the most powerful tools to lobby your colleagues to be able to pass laws. I was saying it when people were saying, "Oh, you don't go to the church, you will do this, you will do that, you will do that. That money you make when you don't go there, you will change it." I told them, and people, people supposed to now realize that being educated and experienced, there are things that go together that make people better in our day, every day. I told them, just like when they said President Baka said he will bring NGO back, I told them, say, that's a campaign statement. It's not going to happen. That's not how NGO works. I worked for NGO for more than 20 years. That's not how it works. They said, oh, no, the public said will bring it. The public said will bring it. And I said, forget it. And I went back now, they tell me, my men are true, the public lot. But here's the thing. If somebody comes to you and say, they say when Dillon was insulting the senators and saying all sort of disparaging things about them, and he was going to join them, I said, there's a bad precedent. When he goes there, people will hold his hands. He will not be able to change anything.
He was already there. Those people are crooks.
No. Before he even went there the first time. Before he first went there.
The reason they are crooks anyway, and there's a reason why he said that. He said they are two-flat bulldogs. If that's what he's talking about.
No, Amy, that was not only that. But Amy, that was not only that. But here's the thing: he was doing all these things, and say, "I will expose their salary. I'll do this. I'll do that." I said one of the things to do to change our society is to be able to. But Amy, I will not vote for somebody who say I'll go and I'll vote for me. Let me get how they call it, say, new car every 3 years that costs in the excess of 45,000, and I'll be making over 5,000 a month. Vote for me so I can tell you how much the legislature make. Amy, I will tell you, say, you know what?
You're not being honest, George.
Amy, I am being honest because what was the campaign? Yeah, but what was the campaign? What was the campaign? What did he say he would do? What did he say he would do?
Okay, listen. That's not the only thing he told you he was going to do, right?
Tell me then please tell me I'm here.
Give me a chance, boy. Calm
I'm
down.
listening. I'm listening.
This is not. Those are some of the things that the Liberian people did not know that they were. Every time they asked for these people, like, oh, we make it around about this, about nobody wanted to say it because it was like that thing. What is it called? Let me call it the Zobush kind of thing. That's what that was, right? So when Dillon said you don't know it, but when I go there, you will know it, right? It doesn't mean, oh, Jeff Wolfer made me go tell you there's not a race. Come on now. You're always talking about this man is not educated.
No, Amy, then tell me what he said again. Give me the things he said for them to vote for him.
I just told you. Y'all always say this man is not educated.
But you want to tell me one thing. Only one thing you just said. Say the Liberian people did not know the salaries.
Sorry, I don't have it off my head.
Maybe just two. Because I only one you said, just two, maybe one more. What did he say you would do?
What are you talking about? What did I say?
Like for instance, the way I'm running my campaign now. So Amy, here's the thing. My campaign I'm running, I'm saying
we're talking about the salary reduction. No, knowing the salary thing. And that's why you try to make it look like that's what he told you. That's the only thing he was going to do. So that's why I tried to say, I said, no, don't make it sound like he told you, said, vote for me. Me just go tell you about your salary. That's not what he said. And that's not the only thing. There's a lot of things he said. Of course, I don't know it right now, but that's not the only thing he said. That's what I was saying. And you guys always saying that this guy is not educated and something like, in no way am I saying he's a saint. He's this, God, he just want you to know. But compare that man with every other senators in our house, he's one of the best, if not the best. I would say any other thing. And unless you want to be biased, and because of politics, you would deny that. Everyone who wants to be biased, you would deny that. That's the only thing. That's the only reason why you would deny that. Everybody in that place. Okay, he's one of the best there. And I think Dillon can do better than that if they have a lot of people who have his thought process, have the way he thinks about how things should be done. And because why? It's not a one-man office. It's a place that you have to vote on things to have it, to achieve it, to have it or pass or whatever. It's not just him, a stroke of a pen, of a woman pen, for it to go ahead and happen. No, that's not how it works. So if you have a lot of people with the way he thinks, a lot of things are going to change in that place. But if you have people like when you say, "Oh, like shisha," and people say, "Oh no, we can't shisha. You want more money." People can come to my house and come ask me for money. People can say, "And then oh no, I'm not doing it." What do you expect? You won't have a pass. So it's not something that, and there are a lot of things that he have been involved in that happened. I may not come up to say it right now. Don't have it off my head right now. But for you to say if you removing him, you gotta give me somebody way better than him. Somebody way.
Okay, I'm giving you myself.
No.
Yes.
Just talk to him.
Yeah, it's my campaign now.
He's way smarter. He's articulated very well than the person who claims to have a working on degree. He does. He has experience, violence experience. He knows the law of your country. He knows the Constitution. So, I mean, what else experience do you want him to have?
Okay,
he knows the issue when he's talking about it. He's not somebody who just did it like a novice and don't know anything about Liberian politics. Don't know. He knows what he's talking about. So, give me somebody better than that. Okay, if you say you want to remove him, or just leave him alone.
Okay, so Amy,
that's what I'm saying.
Here's the thing. And I want you to don't listen to this to respond to me. Just listen to it to learn something from me as well. Yeah, just listen and learn something.
Look at that.
Because myself, okay. I've been listening. I learned things from you because I learned 2 things today. I told you. So here's the thing. To be a senator is to be a leader.
Mm-hmm.
A leader who can form consensus. I mean, a leader who people will look up to for direction. Not a leader that criticizes, right? But a leader that forms solutions, right? So if you go to the house today, like I want to go to the house. If I get to the house today, I don't care who is bad, who is not bad. Gentlemen, come together. We are here for the Liberian people, and here's my plan. Here's what I want you to help me do. And when you do this for me, you're not doing it just for me, but you're doing it for the Liberian people. Let us put 10 cents on every pack of cigarette that comes to this country. And that 10 cents will be put in an escrow account. And that account will be used as a bond for free health for the people. And guess what? Because cigarette brings about tuberculosis, bring about cancer in the throat, bring about all these things, right? Mm-hmm. If we put money on it to help the same people that are smoking it for them to go to hospital free, it's a good thing, right? So they will not stop smoking. So all they need to do is they will continue to buy the cigarette, and as they buy the cigarette, we get health care for other people, right?
Yay.
They will listen to me. Yeah, they will listen to me. I'm definitely sure they will listen to me. And when they listen to me, when we form that will be a legacy of George Weeder. Mm-hmm. But if I tell you now, and I see how our Liberian people will vote on sentiments, something that you got nothing to do with, that will improve your life in no way possible. You vote for it. You vote for it. Just like how they voted for Yeka, they said because Joey will give you a hard time. Just like how they voted for because they said I'm going to tell them how much people making in the house. Those are trivial things, Amy. And I feel sorry for people who can argue about this.
I've been so something with that.
Yeah, but Amy, okay, let me tell you what the next thing he said. He said when you go to the house, you're not going to ride any of those big cars that cost $45,000. You're going to ride a car that you were having to your house. Guess what? When he got elected, he took the car.
That's not true.
He took the car, Amy.
That's not
true. He took the car.
That's not true. Let me tell you what
happened. Listen, Amy. Okay. The car was there. Listen, and the car was there from a predecessor. There, a predecessor car was there.
Okay.
So what happened is that listen, Amy. Yeah, Amy, listen, please. I will get there. The predecessor car was there. Those cars. Listen, Amy. Those cars are bought on finance. I think you in America, you know what I mean when you buy a car on finance. So when the cars are when the lawmakers, the judicial, the lawmakers, the legislature gave guarantee to the car dealership and say go there and take this car. We'll be paying from your salary for this percentage. We'll be paying for the car. So that what happened. So when Didon got to the house, the car was already there because a predecessor had already taken the car. Didon cool because this my promise to the Liberian people. I will not ride these cars. Didon could have taken that car back or sold that car, use the money for something else, and use his car he was using.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
because that car has already been used. So if you want to go and sell it, because you're already going to be cut from your salary anyway. But because you say you're not going to use that car, you could have taken that car and sold it and buy a smaller car and use that money for something else. He did not do that. He took the car and started to use the car. And he said because the car was already there. That's not an excuse. So now, the new car again, it was still there because you don't got a new car. Because every 3 years, they can get new cars, right? So, Amy, the thing is that people making promises and frivolous promises to the Liberian people and getting elected, for me, that time should be in the past. And I want you to come on my team. We can make Liberia a better country by creating laws that will be effective and that will make sure that our Liberian people will be lifted from poverty, because there's a lot of money in our country that can go around. But because the money is going to only few people and they are getting wealth, can you imagine? They don't went in a house with $3.50 after 3 years when we want to recast his how they call it, his asset. You know what? In almost 100,000 in his bank account, Amy. Somebody went with $3.50. Can you imagine? Let be realistic. But because the money is not going around, even if we say in 3 years, you don't earn something that maybe after a feeding all his expenses, he had like maybe 40,000 or 50,000 in your account. We could say that is fair, right? For 3 years. Because you got to do other things, you got to travel. Because he bought a ticket to go to America in first class, right? He spent all that money, right? That his money, right? That his salary. But if we cut down the big salaries, right, and make sure that these people can live within certain means and the money is shared around the Liberian people, we are not many, Amy. Do you see that we are just on 5 million people? 5 million people that just a town in Nigeria. Yeah, in Nigeria, that's a town population. There are 5 million people. That's a town.
They don't propose that, but
but you know why he's not winning? You know why he's not winning?
Why?
Because he wants to prove to the people that he's the man. He will change it.
No.
He beat it for it. That's why they're denying him, because he insulted them for it.
So how is that something? Are they doing it for the country and for the people, or that's what they want to do it because
that's a question for them, I mean. That's a question for them. That's a question for them. But the thing is that so let's say they don't fail. Let's say they don't fail. Let's say they don't fail to convince the French to pass the law. Can we agree on that?
He didn't fail because they
he failed to convince the French to pass the law, right? Because the law has not yet been passed. So he failed to convince his friends to pass the law. So when you cannot convince maybe 29 senators or even 1/3 of them, Amy, then of course.
How did you go? Thank God, let me go pray. my NSPBD on George, you talking too much. So first of all, George, you need to come by here. Me make some correction for you because you've been lying here too much. But I gotta go pray. My prayers are online. Where is he? I think we'll finish the conversation some other time, Josh. I think. Probably somebody calling him as well. Oh, it's still on here. You guys will see y'all. It can people be high for your 2020 now. I can already smell it. Stay in the back. They're not coming back. Yeah, I'm going. All right. See you guys. Have a good night. See you guys willing. I don't know. Maybe not tomorrow, Thursday. We'll see how things will go. Please keep sharing the show, and we will see you guys. We're just in the aftermath of the show, George and myself. But thank you for being here. We appreciate you, and good night. See you. Good night and good day. So.